Good morning and happy Clinchmas, I guess. It's Jay Mars. Yes, indeed. It has been 17 years, but your Sacramento Kings are finally returning to the NBA postseason.
The horn sounds, and for the first time in 17 years, 16 seasons of frustration, 16 years of wandering in the desert looking for that oasis. The Kings have finally found the sparkling waters, the palm trees. It's not a mirage, it's the real deal. Sacramento has clinched first round home court advantage in the playoffs that will be starting in a couple of weeks. Tonight's final score is 120-80.
Yes, the Kings did blow out the Blazers by 40 points, led by Malik Monk, who had 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. You can catch all of our coverage of the game clincher, that's a thing, over at SactownSports.com. Those are your headlines. Time to start the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross live from Portland.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Oh, this is going to be quite interesting. So, good morning, everybody, and welcome in. I'm guessing that you're hearing echoey, reverby audio. Let me know in the chat. Jay, does it sound exactly how I think it sounds?
It's not echoey or reverby. That's the good news.
How about me?
You sound pleasant.
Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Kings win, baby. Kings win.
The Kings did win last night. Don't know if you guys saw that. Did you hear my update?
Yeah.
I talked about it.
I did.
Yeah, we heard you say Merry Clinchmas. I'm Dave. That's Jason. We are in a ballroom at the
We're having a ball
here in Portland, Oregon. Everybody should thank our good friends at Jiffy Lube for making it possible for us to be up here. Now you're going to, and I'm kind of glad it worked out this way. You're going to get the bulk of the benefit tomorrow. Obviously, we have sound and things we can do today, but our live interviews, our interviews live to us, taped to you, are going to start right after we get done with the show today. I know Kevin Hurd is going to join us. I think Keegan Murray, Harrison Barnes are scheduled to join as well. We may get a couple coaches. So tomorrow's show is just going to be chock full with reaction. Today's show is really all about all of you. And if you're wondering why on a sponsored road trip on the, arguably top 5 biggest shows we've ever had on the station. If you want to know why we sound like we're in a toilet, it's because the equipment we were given doesn't work, and nobody's awake right now to help fix it. Because I honestly am not sure. I don't know what our engineers do. I like them, but no one picks up the phone. So we're basically running this off of our laptops, AirPods, and Jason's headphones. By the way, and this is
now you're echoey. What did you do?
Huh?
Now you're echoey. What did you do?
Is that better?
No.
A little better. No. I hit skip forward on my when I press the thing. Is that better?
That's better.
Thank you.
Don't touch your ears.
What did you do?
Yeah, I just.
Don't.
We're in the same room too, by the way.
Yeah. See, watch this.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. See, we're in the exact same room.
The executive suite.
Yeah. Exactly. And what was the other thing?
And I'm wearing pants.
I'm not. So yeah. Anyways, that's where. But you know what? Who cares? On top of that, we haven't eaten. No coffee.
Hey, but you know what?
Kings
are in the playoffs.
That's exactly right. So we're going to figure it out. We're going to take you, obviously, all the way till 10 a.m. today, we hope, unless we pass out from something. Can you pass out? Can you die of hunger if you haven't eaten in 12 hours?
I think you're okay. I think you actually, the amount of popcorn consumed by you yesterday, I feel like you should have enough storage.
Yeah.
You had the bucket.
I did have the bucket. I had a lot of the bucket. Not great popcorn out there, but also
come on, Portland, get it together.
What do we do? Clam chowder, some macaroni and cheese.
Yeah. We did just fine. I saw a lot of. You said you were nervous eating. I saw some cookies consumed. I mean, come on, you did just fine.
I had chocolate. Yeah, they had 3 different kinds of cookies. I was eating those. So I was eating the popcorn, and at one point, in a complete and total breach of media etiquette, which is my middle name, I'm sitting in my seat watching the game, just drinking a glass of clam chowder that I brought out of the media room because I did not care. So, anyways, it was a wonderful evening. It was a wonderful evening.
You're echoey again.
I've touched nothing. I'm sorry if I'm.
Is there a way we can get you in a different room, you think?
Yeah, let's try that.
Are you going remote?
If I literally leave here, let's see.
Getting mobile. This is good. This is a good video, by the way. I'll say that.
Am I echoey or is it Dave?
No, it's Dave.
Let's see. Hold on. All right, what about now?
It's much better.
You know what? You're not echoing on me.
Yeah, because I'm like literally.
I was hearing you twice. This is really good in my ears now.
Is it okay now?
It's way better now.
Okay, well, I'm in the Shining Hotel, basically.
Whoa! I'm watching you on the move. This is actually really.
Dude, look
trippy.
behind you. It's the twins.
It is red rum.
Like for real. Like, does every hotel have these?
Maybe we're in different ballrooms.
Maybe I'll just walk
around.
I'm
in a boardroom. You go to a boardroom. How's that breakfast buffet that they're looking like they're setting up out there that we need to look at?
Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about that. But honestly, if I'm going to be the portable one, why not have some breakfast?
Exactly.
Why not hang out? Honestly, I should just walk around. If we're going to do this, I should just walk around Portland. Like
Get your steps in.
Of course, that's not going to work for the Wi-Fi.
No, it won't.
Anyway, great night last night. Wonderful night last night. And really, the only thing that sucked is that we all. Honestly, had I been in Sacramento, I would have wanted to go downtown. I heard there were a couple hundred people that kind of teamed up and went to Golden One last night. I'm sure that was amazing. And I got to think, honestly, Sunday against the Spurs, that's going to be kind of a welcome home playoff team thing.
Yeah, I couldn't catch up enough on social media last night, but some of the images of people going downtown, taking pictures with the beam, with friends, just celebrating, chanting, whatever. It shows you how special it would have been on Monday. But Dave, you were in the arena last night. There were a good amount of Kings fans there that, I mean, really had the time of their lives.
Absolutely. There were a lot of, when we got on the plane, that plane was packed with Kings fans just everywhere.
Yes.
And now in retrospect, we should usually on stuff like that, Southwest is really cool about that kind of stuff where they'll have the flight attendants say like light the beam or something. We didn't, I think they just thought there was just random Kings fans on there, but there were a bunch. And then last night, I really want to compliment the Portland fans too. Like there was no reason to be at that game other than, it happened to be on the schedule. They rolled out a team that young, inexperienced, stayed with the Kings for, a minute, but then it was just men amongst boys. No fault. But the crowd was still so engaged the whole time,
Yeah, one of my favorites besides I knew we'd hear light the beam chants. Heck, we heard it before the game. Yeah. But when the Keegan's first three was made, I think the fact that you heard Keegan, it wasn't super loud, but the fact that you could even hear it was pretty amazing.
No, it was. And then there was a part where we were behind the Kings bench, and after Keegan broke the record and he was coming to sit down, everyone did that same Keegan Murray call and response, and he kind of it was weird, like the left and right side of his lips slightly turned upward in what I think was the beginnings of a smile. And for him, let's be honest, that's a lot of emotion right there.
I think it was a sneeze. I think he got tricked.
You think he was trying not to sneeze?
Sneezing!
Murray!
So what we want to do today, obviously, first off, is come up with all kinds of tricks on Jay Mars's end, be it audio, sound, whatever he may have less of us at certain times because of our technical connection. But when we are connected to you and talking, we want to be here and talk to you. 1-800-920-1140, 916-339-1140. That is your text line. What?
I'm just laughing. The video is awesome. If you on the move, we're the team hotel. Just start knocking on doors. Let's wake people up. Let's go.
Knocking on Kings players' doors.
Not gonna lie, this becomes a whole new fun morning. If I start let's play. Like I keep going until I find the Sacramento Kings hotel room. I just keep going and like randos are answering the door. Oh, sorry, I'm looking for my wife, and then boom. Hey, oh, sorry, Rashawn.
Yeah.
But you've won. Now I can.
But since you're here, how about let's talk?
Right, exactly. So yeah, I don't even know what Well, I think we can figure out pretty easy what floor they're on.
Did De'Aaron's family come on the trip?
I didn't see them.
So. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say because he'd probably be up, middle of the night with a baby. You could probably get him.
That's a great point right there. In fact, I might be sitting here right now. This might be that whole breakfast setup. What if that's like
that might be theirs?
Well, I see some sriracha over there. I'm about to grab.
Just because
I'm gonna have sriracha and tea in the morning. It was. By the way, I didn't. Here's one thing I didn't know until we got back to the house. I didn't know Katie broke down on the broadcast.
Oh, big time. Big time. Wow. It was great. It was. I mean, I saw. Yeah. I could see it. We have a monitor up where the radio location is, so I could see it happening, but I didn't know if that was actually over the air or just kind of the video showing her. But then I saw some stuff put together later in the night, and yeah, it was good for her. It was awesome. It was a good moment.
No, it was right at the end, I believe, and NBC Sports sent it out last night. I ended up seeing it when I get home and watching her break down and just kind of get really emotional.
I saw you emotional.
Well, you ruined my bit because I was going to say, what a dumb girl. Like, imagine getting emotional about stupid basketball. Yeah, no, it was emotional.
I think, the video that went viral last night of you super nervous to start the fourth was way better.
The weird thing is that, and Jason will tell you this, I did not have my phone for much of the night because I had very little percentage and I needed it for locker room stuff. So I had no idea until when I went and got my phone after the game, or it was towards the end of the game, the very end. I didn't even look at it. It was like 77 text messages or something stupid like that. And then, apparently I was crying. I was eating. I was crying while eating. But either way, I mean, I don't know. They could have shown me pooping. I don't care. It was playoffs. Playoffs.
That video still to come.
Yeah, that's exactly.
How about a pumpkin pie?
We will take a break. When we come back, I have no idea. I don't have the rundown in front of me, and I really don't care.
We're just talking Kings.
Kings.
We're talking Kings. We'll take your phone calls. We'll take your messages. We'll read your texts. Don't go away. We're right back after this.
It's been 17 years.
17 years.
Who plays it up, around, and in, at the horn.
The Sacramento Kings are finally returning to the NBA playoffs for the first time since 2006.
Yes, indeed.
Where will they finish in the standings?
How deep a run can they make?
Tune into Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the most in-depth Kings coverage in the 916.
The clock is ticking.
It's the
Get off the bench and head down to Fasteners Tool Outlet, where you'll find the lowest prices on Milwaukee power tools and so much more. Why pay more at a big box store? Get a triple-double at Fasteners Tool Outlet with weekly and monthly offers, including up to 50% off select hand tools, batteries, power tools, and fasteners. Whether you're looking for a Festool sander, a Saw's top table saw, or a Milwaukee impact driver, Fasteners Tool Outlet has the tools you need to do the job. Make a slam dunk with Fasteners Tool Outlet, 6701 Power Inn Road, or on the web at fastenersinc.net.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find: happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, live from Portland. Brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Jiffy Lube, we've got you covered.
Want to thank our good friends at Jiffy Lube for making all of this possible. Always, whenever we are in need, you know who comes to our aid? Jiffy Lube. Somebody said on the text line, Jason, they said, how very Sacramento of you, the day after a huge moment, to broadcast like we are freshmen in the AV club on the flagship of the Sacramento Kings. But you know what? That is kind of very Sacramento. You figure it out. You do what you got to do, and you make things happen, much like the Kings did. Good for them.
Yeah, we're scrambling, but we're making it work.
Taking Frosted Mini Wheats, dude.
Oh,
I'll share some.
Okay.
Yeah, because I will die if I don't eat here soon. No, I gotta. Just so y'all know, this is just the way it is. How long would you get? 2 hours of sleep, Jason?
If that.
Yeah, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, but it's fine. It's fine because a lot of that was, I know both of us couldn't sleep. You know what I'm saying? But both we couldn't. We just wanted to look at video, and I know I was reading social media a lot and talking to you guys, and it was awesome, dude. It was an indescribable evening.
Yeah, and you said it earlier, the way the game started, it was like, okay, what's going on? And even the fact that, we wanted the Kings to do it themselves, right, as far as the three scenarios that were happening, but I actually thought Memphis was going to win. And then when they actually lost earlier in the night, you're like, okay, well, that's fine. The Kings are going to do it. And that first quarter where they can't make anything, they scored 19 points, the best offense in the league against Portland, who has nobody playing. And then it went from, the Kings are ahead at half, and it looks like they're going to win, to like a 35-point lead in no time.
Yes.
Like, this game is over.
It's really crazy when you think about, Jason, like all the things that, well, I shouldn't say had to happen, all the things that didn't happen for the Kings to end up being able to clinch. I thought it was really important to have this happen that Monday at home, and it didn't, and that's fine. You can't do anything about that. But it was, imagine, let's say, for example, if Memphis had won.
Right.
You're robbed of a lot of these moments. I shouldn't say robbed, but you just don't get to experience them. I hope, because I know in Portland, and I know for the Kings fans that were there, it was awesome. What I really hope, and what it seems like, is that those who weren't there yesterday, that were watching on TV, and the way the broadcast captured the moment, the players' emotions, the fans' emotions, Katie's emotions, I hope that fans back home, whether they were in their living rooms, whether they were on the phone with each other, whatever it may be, I hope they were able to have some sort of sense of togetherness and community. Maybe not like Golden One, but some sort of sense of being together and celebrating together.
Well, and that's also been such the universal message from the players. Mike Brown, I mean, anybody who's here, like Mike Brown's been here 1 year, but he's like, you want to do this for this fan base. Henry, who played here, who I was doing the pregame and halftime and postgame with, he was like, I am so happy for these fans. Something that, the teams he was on couldn't get to the playoffs, and is so glad that this team is going. I think Katie shared that in her breakdown. Like, she was just like, these fans deserve this, that they've gone through so much between, and it's not, and Dave, we know it, and you obviously know it firsthand, but it's not just the 16 years of losing. It was the threat of losing the team, and just no other organization really has been through this of fans. So it was unique. It was the longest sports drought. We knew it was a matter of time when it was going to end, especially when this year was going. It was like, this really is going to end, and then it happened. And I don't know that anybody knew how they were going to feel, where it was going to happen, when it was going to happen. But once it did, it was such a relief. And now knowing that there's more games to go, I like the setup. They can kind of plan how they want to go into the playoffs. Right. They know that at a minimum, Dave, we know at a minimum there are 2 home games at Golden One Center. That's at the minimum. That is so awesome.
I know it's not the same, but I think if people weren't able to make it here, and they want to try to, at least get some of that experience, I do think that Spurs game on Sunday, that first game back, is going to be a special night for, it's probably going to be a win. Not that necessarily, I mean, obviously there's still implications there. We'll get into that later. But I just have a feeling the way it's going to work out, Jason, is when the crowd hits the floor, when they introduce the crowd, stuff like that, or introduce the crowd, introduce the players. I think there's going to be some really rousing ovations, and I think there will probably be a little bit of emotion there too, to be honest with you, because it'll be the first time everybody's had the chance to gather. What's funny is it's my dad's 80th birthday on Sunday, and so it's kind of a cool. I've been thinking kind of a cool way to the fact that they're coming back. They're at home. Big moment for him. I know we whether it's with parents, whether it's with grandparents, our own children, wives, husbands, we all, a lot of us, most of us have our own road that we took, and everybody's road is different, but also there are similarities. I was writing about it on the plane yesterday before it happened. I was writing something about the Kings clinching the playoffs, and it was funny. I was talking about how watching, the guilt you feel about indoctrinating your children into being Kings fans, and whether or not like kids of Warrior fans or Laker fans or I don't know, Celtic fans, franchises that have had a lot of success, especially over the last decade. Do those kids have like a better quality of life like today? Like, is it a better thing for them? Because my kids have grown up, and 90% of the time we're driving home. Hey, we'll get them next time, or we'll watch it on TV. It's fun. It stinks. Well, I think ultimately the answer to that, or the answer I've chosen to go with, is that it builds character. Losing does build character.
Mm-hmm.
Loyalty builds character. Sticking with something and not leaving it builds character, even when the chips are down. So I think, in a long-winded way, I'm trying to say that last night was a culmination of relocations, of losing years, of every moment there was something new. I found myself thinking about Paul Westphal. Then I found myself thinking about Seattle and all that. Then I found myself thinking about David Stern. Then I found myself thinking, I'll tell you what, I thought a lot about KJ last night. I get it. I totally get it. I get it 100%. But here's the other thing. If it's not for Kevin Johnson, there's no last night. And I think that's a sentence I'm okay with saying. I get it. I get what y'all are thinking, but I feel like at least a mention is warranted, because there's just not that moment. It's just, you can't go back and change history and pretend that somebody else other than Kevin Johnson, somebody else other than David Stern, would have been able to get this done. It was a great night, Jason.
It was, and I the thing that was hitting me a lot during the night was, to me, every season that starts, it's filled with hope. And in 16 years, maybe some had more hope than others. Maybe some years you go, well, I always hope, because you never know what can happen. And then that hope may be squashed by Christmas, by New Year's, by February. And then we've done the draft lottery and hey, who looks good in college? Who would be a good King next year? And then you get that player, and then you're excited the new year. And just that cycle that was never ending. And then this year kind of started with some anticipation, but I know I'm going to speak for myself on this, Dave. I've probably had in the last 2 to 3 years a lot more hope for a team than maybe I did this year. But I think this year my expectations were tempered, because I go, you know what? I think 2 years ago I said they're going to win 40 games. Like, I see it. And then they didn't. And then this year I'm like, in reality, I think the team might have been good, but I'm like, I'm just not going to do it to myself. I don't know, 37, 38 wins and threaten maybe for the play-in. And then as the season went along, I went, this is a special team. And it's becoming more and more special as the games go on.
We will take a break. When we come back, more reaction. We'll have more sound from last night. Also want to hear from you all. 1-800-920-1140. You can text us at 916-339-1140. The playoff-bound Sacramento Kings. We are live in Portland, brought to you by our good friends at Jiffy Lube. We'll be right back on Sactown Sport.
The only place you'll find Harrison Barnes is Sactown Sports.
He's got the bucket at the buzzer. Harrison Barnes.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Harrison Barnes, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Rivercats fans, join us on Tuesday, April 4th for all the pomp and circumstance that the 2023 home opener has to offer. The smell of hot dogs, the chill of an ice-cold beer, and the crack of the bat. Purchase your tickets today, and you'll be able to say that you saw the Giants' top prospects before they made it to the show. Tickets are available now at rivercats.com. We'll see you at Sutter Health Park on Tuesday, April 4th for opening night with the Sacramento Rivercats.
Start your grilling season at Nugget Markets for a chance to win the ultimate outdoor cooker, the Big Green Egg. Perfect for grilling, barbecuing, or slow cooking the perfect ham, the Big Green Egg is the ultimate outdoor cooker for versatility, eco-friendliness, and fantastic flavor. From searing a steak to smoking ribs low and slow, even baking your Easter pies, everything tastes better on the egg. Want to win one of your own? Drop by your local Nugget Market to enter to win and stock up on gourmet ingredients to make your Easter amazing. Also sign up for Nugget's Secret Special for exclusive savings, great recipes, and more ways to win. Stop by your Nugget Market today.
Hi guys, it's Mark with Coastside Medical Clinic. Are you struggling with ED and sick of the pills? Well, we have a major medical advancement that has helped thousands of men. Our WAVE technology is backed by 60 clinical studies, including from Cambridge University. It's been shown to increase blood flow by repairing blood vessels. No pills and no side effects. If you're ready to put a stop to your ED, call us now. And not only will the assessment and blood flow ultrasound be free, but we'll also include something unique that produces powerful results. You're going to love that one, guys. Trust me. This unprecedented offer is worth $600, but it's free to those who call in the next 2 minutes. Call 916-603-2000. That's 916-603-2000. Guys, put a stop to your ED and get your life back. Call Coastside Medical Clinic now to qualify. 916-603-2000. That's 916-603-2000.
If the sticker price markups that new car dealers are demanding are scaring you away from a brand new vehicle, you can still get the vehicle you want and save thousands at M&S Auto on El Camino right off the Cap City Freeway. M&S Auto has literally hundreds of gently used but beautiful Silverados, Rams, and Tacomas. And if you love muscle cars, they've got Challengers and Mustangs too. M&S Auto Sales. Great cars and trucks and fair deals every day. Come and get yours. msautogroup.com.
Great team, great team. Where's the defense? Defense. Okay, everyone take a break. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet Store, right? Asking when is something too good to be true.
I think he's going to give you a caller.
And had I not experienced it for myself, this spectacular season would definitely qualify as too good to be true. So everyone out there in radio land, continue to enjoy. Something else that could seem too good to be true is Good Feet Arch Supports. But trust me, I've experienced firsthand the comfort, balance, and support possible with Good Feet Arch Supports. And so have countless others who have pretty much given up hope. It's time you felt good again. Take your feet to the Good Feet Store for a free personalized arch support fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support missing in your life. The Good Feet Store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now Vacaville, online at goodfeet.com.
Jiffy Lube's Country in the Park, Northern California's biggest country music festival of the year, is back May 5th and 6th at Cal Expo, starring Lady A, Chris Young, Bert Eldridge, and so many more. Plus, a Boots Boot and Line Dance Saloon, interactive lounges, and Sacramento's best food trucks. Weekend passes start at just $85. Tickets are on sale now at SactownSports.com. Country in the Park, brought to you by Attic Man Heating and Air Conditioning, Bill Eats RV, and Naughtywood Barbecue.
Sactown Sports
Headlines. Good morning with your Sactown Sports Headlines. I'm Jay Mars. Finally, after 17 long, painful years, the Sacramento Kings are returning to the NBA postseason.
The horn sounds, and for the first time in 17 years, 16 seasons of frustration, 16 years of wandering in the desert looking for that oasis. The Kings have finally found the sparkling waters, the palm trees. It's not a mirage, it's the real deal. Sacramento has clinched first round home court advantage in the playoffs that will be starting in a couple of weeks. Tonight's final score is 120-80.
Malik Monk led the Kings last night with 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. With that victory, again, the Kings can be a top 4 seed. Currently, they are slated at number 3, 5 games up on the number 4 Phoenix Suns, and 2 games back of the number 2 Memphis Grizzlies. Check out all of our coverage from Portland right now at SactownSports.com. And it is opening day / night in Major League Baseball. We have your coverage of the Oakland A's and Angels starting tonight at 7 right here on Sactown Sports. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross live from Portland.
Giving you extensive Kings coverage live from Portland. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Jiffy Lube, we've got you covered.
And we welcome you back. You guys are going to have to tell me. I hope that I at least look and sound similar to how I looked and sound a while ago. I've decided to break out onto the streets of Portland.
The mean streets.
31. Yeah, very mean streets. I am walking around looking for coffee because I'm quite frankly going to keel over and die if I don't get some sort of caffeine in my system from last night. Jason's far less high maintenance than I am. But you know what? To each their own. And I'm choosing to be high maintenance today and need coffee at 6:30 on 2 hours of sleep. But who cares? Honestly, somebody was saying earlier, Jason, that I said a long time ago, if the Kings ever made the playoffs, that I wanted to do a 24-hour show. And, I definitely would have to prepare going into that. Also, a little self-serving. Who wants to hear me for 24 hours? But I think we need to get together with our fearless leader at some point between now and the playoffs and beyond.
Playoffs?
I know. Can you even believe we're saying that? Between now and the playoffs, the Sacramento Kings have a little X. They have a little X by their name, and soon they're going to have a little Y by their name. How amazing is that?
It's awesome. It's so well-deserved, well-earned. This group, and we've said it before too, Dave, it's just such a likable team, a likable group. Last night, the pictures are legendary. I love those locker room pictures. It sounds like, Frankie, who's up here too, was in the locker room. Didn't sound like it was as chaotic maybe as we all thought. But, they celebrated. They had some fun. But I think they went back to the hotel and had a little post-game celebration here. But other than that, it wasn't as crazy as I thought it might be. But hopefully they got bigger celebrations ahead.
You really stopped talking at the worst time because I was ordering.
Oh, well, I'll keep talking.
Yeah, please do.
I want to hear the order, actually. Let's hear the order.
Are you sure you don't want anything?
I'm good. I'm going to count on us getting breakfast out here.
Whatever the large white chocolate macchiato thing is.
Sure. You want the mocha or the caramel macchiato?
Caramel, please.
Okay.
Ask him if he likes the Kings.
Okay. So we're doing a caramel macchiato with white chocolate?
Yeah, that's right.
Sounds good. Go. Okay.
You don't happen to be a Kings or a Blazers fan, do you?
I don't pay attention to
You don't pay attention to sports. You're better off that way. Then you're not sitting there.
Yeah. Do you want a medium or a large size?
Medium or large what?
For your coffee.
Yeah, large. The biggest possible, please.
Yes. All right.
Hot.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And your name?
Dave.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
should have said Aaron.
There we go. Okay.
Yes, I would like to add a tip.
I appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Also, I want to make sure the person listening knows I'm not cheap. Thank you.
Tell me you're a big-time radio host.
Oh, too bad you guys are in my ears and nobody can hear anything, and so you can't blow me up. Suckers. Anyways, thank you for that. So, yeah, guys, you know what? Enough of you and I. Here's the thing, and I also I want to say this too. This is not a normal show, and this is not normal me, and I don't know, probably not even normal you. Not that there's any fakery going on now or before, but I think what today is all about is just being stripped. We're just kind of unplugged, stripped down, and and it's kind of funny that we have this technical setup because it kind of adds to the fact that we're stripped down and unplugged. This isn't, we're not hitting. Hopefully, Jay will help us hit our marks as far as commercial spots and all that. But
I've been putting them in the private chat. Are you not seeing the private chat?
Yeah,
we have so many different things.
I should
open
probably
here.
get in there. Yeah,
And I've tried to whisper to go to break. This is super good. Super good.
You know what, dude? Honestly, today, just say it to us on the air. Yeah, I mean, whatever. As long as you're not swearing.
Can we come up with a code word?
Code word for we have to go to break.
Yeah.
How about light the beam? No one will know that one.
Okay, perfect.
So I think also what I want to try to, like, we're up here, Jason, and part of our job is to bring the sights and sounds from the locker room, from what we saw, everything. But then there's like this little guilty part of me because I overthink everything. It's like, well, not everybody got to be up here, and I wish they did. And I think and I said this on Twitter last night. Like, I know part of the reason I started getting emotional yesterday during the fourth was I really started thinking about everybody back home. I started thinking about like random Twitter folks. I started thinking about people in our chat room. I started thinking about Kings fans that we've met along the way. And there really was, not to sound all goofy and whatever, but there was a major presence in that arena last night from Sacramento Kings, whether it's fans, their spirit, whatever it is. It was, I don't know, to me it was incredibly palpable.
Yeah, I took a picture and put it out on Twitter of G-Man because that's what was hitting me. I was like, you know what? This man has seen way too many losses, called way too many bad games, been away from the postseason for far too long. And when, I don't know, it might have been about a 25, 30-point lead with about 6 minutes to go. And it's like, it's happening. There's no jinxes. There's no worry anymore. I put it out there and I was like, I'm happy for everybody, but I was so happy for him. And the fact that he's going to get a call. That's right. The fact that he's going to get to call some Kings postseason games, to me, it really made me happy.
Man, yeah. Honestly, that might be the coolest thing. Like, all the garbage G-Man has seen.
I know.
The fact that, like, Gary Gerald would have every right to be, like, honestly, the worst person. Like, he would have every right just to slap random babies and kick puppies and just hate the world. And he's, like, the sweetest guy, and there's something to be learned from that,
Yeah, and I love just the overall year he's having. One, the team and the beam and just the contagiousness of this team is so much fun. But his 3,000th game, the night he was celebrated, got the chain. Even some of the videos that were put out last night, as I've seen one like ended with G-Man like together when he's breaking down the team in the locker. It's just like there's so many good moments, and I'm glad he's getting his love that he deserves, and he's loving this. I mean, this is what he. It's more fun to call a team that's winning games, and I know he's having a blast. So I was just that was a moment that got me last night for sure.
And somebody asked if G-Man choked up. I don't think he did.
He did not.
There.
No, he crushed it. Jay played his final call earlier. I mean, he was into it. I think he was very happy. I mean, to me, I was more in that way. I'm usually the first guy that breaks down. I could just think one thought and I'm done, but. I don't know. I was more in a jovial and celebratory mood, but that's fine. I mean, I totally understand the emotional part of it too. I think I was just smiling most of the night. I really enjoyed myself.
Can I throw something out that Gary Gerald tweeted about 4 hours ago? That was actually, it's like we're talking about all this emotion, but he's still in basketball mode, which is why he's such a professional. He goes, early morning postscript to Kings playoff clinching victory in Portland. Just the 14th time in 38 years as the Sacramento Kings that they won on the Blazers home court. That was game 75.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Like the beam.
And he said the 14th time?
Ever.
14th time in 38 years.
So let me see, 14, it's early. 14 and 61 up here?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I mean.
But the 14th was pretty meaningful.
Because
remember, there's also the night that, hey, they weren't going to the playoffs a couple years ago in Dave Yeager's last game, but everybody wanted that team to win 40, and everything was set up to win 40. Portland wasn't playing anybody, much like last night, and the Kings got embarrassed. Those are the nights that have happened to this team, to this organization. And last night, even with that first quarter, you're going, man, I know they'll get it right, but what is going on here? And then by the end, they get 120. They win by 40. It was easy. and it was the right thing to happen for them.
That first quarter was killing me, man. I'm like, come
It was
on,
awful.
lame-os. You guys don't be lame. Like, I'm looking over and I was fully, first off, maybe it's because I had not considered really strongly that the Kings were going to clinch here last night until really the day before yesterday. And then Jason, I mean, we were talking about it leading up, at the airport and all that. We'll probably know right around start of the first quarter. There'll probably be you'll be able to hear this random cheer inside the arena. But Clippers aren't. Grizzlies aren't losing at home to the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard's not playing for personal reasons. Okay, and then the Clippers beat the Grizzlies, which makes no sense whatsoever. So I had not really considered how the reaction would be.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, if you'd asked me, hey, dude, do you think you're going to cry? I'd say I understand the question, and I certainly have cried over this team before. But honestly, there's more to come. We should have clinched a while ago. I wouldn't say it's anticlimactic, but it's certainly not on a buzzer beater or something crazy. I think I'm just going to be happy, like you were saying, jovial. And then, dude, just so many Kings fans were there surrounding us, seeing the players, and then just everything coming back. It was, screw it, man. It is what it is,
Hey,
so,
Dave, light the beam.
Okay. Light the beam. We'll take a break. When we come, when we come back, I don't even know why you need to tease these segments like hosts do. When we come back, we're going to talk with all of you. We're going to continue to conversate with all of you. Jay will have a highlight or two, perhaps more, as we celebrate. We celebrate our playoff-bound Sacramento Kings. How does that feel to say right here on Sactown Sports?
It's been 17 years.
17 years.
Under the hoop, lays it up, around, and in, at the horn.
The Sacramento Kings are finally returning to the NBA playoffs for the first time since 2006.
Yes, indeed.
Where will they finish in the standings?
How deep a run can they make?
Tune into Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the most in-depth Kings coverage in the 916.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the Lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
It's March, and you know what that means. Taxes are almost due. Jackson Hewitt can help you win tax season. That's the sound of your maximum tax refund. The sound of getting 50% off tax prep. The sound of many of our competitors' prices going up. And the sound of getting to your nearest Jackson Hewitt. Hurry in for 50% off tax prep before this offer expires April 9th. Limited time offer for new clients filing at participating locations. Max value $200. Visit jacksonhewitt.com/50 for terms.
Let's cheers to the champions. Join us for the 50th anniversary of the 1973 World Series Championship team with a pregame ceremony on Sunday, April 16th. Celebrate Gene Tennis, Vita Blue, Raleigh Fingers, and many more A's legends.
The next pitch, deep to right field. It is going. It is gone. Goodbye. Two-run home run by Reggie Jackson.
Tickets are available at athletics.com/tickets. That's athletics.com/tickets.
Folks, there's been some swings and misses, but he's at bat now, and here's the swing. This could be at least a triple, a home run.
Are you looking for a grand slam? Regain and optimize your performance. See what Pacific Men's Clinic can do to make your love life the best it can be. Pacific Men's Clinic's safe and pain-free, clinically proven procedure breaks up plaque and stimulates the growth of healthy new blood vessels. Call for your free consultation now at 916-545-7577. That's 916-545-7577.
Beach Bar Rum, Santo, and Sammy's Beach Bar Cocktail present Sammy Hagar and the Circle. Friday, July 14th, the Lake Tahoe Outdoor Arena at Harvey's. The party you don't want to miss. Sammy Hagar. Tickets on sale Friday, March 31st at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com and 8concerts.com. Don't miss Sammy Hagar in the circle.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions, not available in all areas. If you're a small business owner, listen up. Pi Insurance wants to give you one of those aha moments, the kind that could save you money. Workers' comp is probably one of the biggest costs you face. But did you know that insurance providers have flexibility in setting their prices? That's right, but many don't bother giving small businesses the savings you deserve. Instead, you can get lumped in with other businesses and overcharged. Pi Insurance was created to change that. With Pi, you get a quote tailored specifically to your business, and you could save up to 30% with no hassle and no hidden fees. Plus, when you sign up for pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, not an estimate. So your workers' comp audit experience is simplified. Take 3 minutes to see how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi or go to trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
If you are like the thousands of people that take advantage of March for replacing your heating and cooling system, then this message is for you. Hi, I'm Mario, owner of Attic Man Heating and Air, and March is the most popular month for replacing old, inefficient heating and cooling systems because of milder temperatures and end-of-winter rebates. If you've even contemplating replacing your old AC system, act now. Take advantage of the 5 years of interest-free financing and 10-year warranties. I know, it sounds way too good to be true, but it is true. 10 years of worry-free operation, but you have to book online today at atticmanhvac.com. Attic Man Heating and Air.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, live from Portland. Brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Jiffy Lube, we've got you covered.
You guys hear me okay, but you can't see me, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah, I'm walking around. I'm in a strange spot right now, so I was flickering. I
hope you understand how that sounds given the time of morning you're in and you don't have a camera on and you're outside.
How does it sound? It doesn't sound good?
I didn't mean audibly.
Oh, like I'm in the bathroom or something?
Yeah, like you're doing something or something you're not supposed to do or something like that.
The wayward streets of Portland.
Oh, yes. I'm currently on Yes, you caught me. I am currently on the street corner with a bottle of Jack Daniels right now.
There we go.
We're lighting the beat. No, I decided to I got Starbucks. Let me set the stage here real quick. I probably should, because again, the consultants say, what is it, 7 minutes, Jake? Every 7 minutes we get a new everyone tunes in and tunes out?
Sure.
So let me reset the stage. First off, you're going to hear me say this a lot today, and I'm just going to be real here for a second. No, I'm going to be real for 4 hours. That sounded stupid, but I'm going to pull back the curtain a little bit. You're going to hear me talk about Jiffy Lube when we come back from our breaks, and I want you guys to know that's not just me being like, oh, hey, they sponsored us, and they did, and they made it so that we could come up here. They sponsored the trip so that we could be here and bring you the interviews you're going to hear tomorrow from different players today. We're set to talk to Kevin Herter on the Red Velvet Lounge. We'll do that in person. We're set to talk to, I believe, Keegan Murray, Harrison Barnes. We may or may not get some coaches this afternoon, just depending on their practice schedule. I know they have some stuff they're going to do today. And we're going to bring all that to you tomorrow. Today's going to be just kind of a day to reflect. We don't really have a set format other than we're going to broadcast for 4 hours. But I do want to say something other than just, hey, thanks to Jiffy Lube for sponsoring us. They've got you covered, or what, you know. I want to actually take a second and I want to talk about Jiffy Lube, because loyalty is a big deal to all of us, and anyone who knows me and Jason knows that loyalty is the center of everything. This is going to sound hilarious. I thought about Jiffy Lube last night, and specifically my friends over there, Matt Graham and Don Fowler, and everybody that works there, that runs it, that's been in our corner. And why? Is it because of oil changes and great service and all the stuff that I'm supposed to be plugging? Sure, of course, they're great. But it's about how Jiffy Lube, and God, I hope they don't get mad at me for this, but I don't care today. Jiffy Lube and Matt specifically, who's become like a brother to me. I love him to death. And Matt's the guy that I always go to and say, help us. And he does. But some of you may remember, in fact, some of you may have been there. at Cesar Chavez Park for our first, I don't even know, what was it? It wasn't Here We Buy. It was Here We Build. Here We Build. And all that stuff. We had Here We Stay, Here We Buy, Here We Build. All the Here We's. And you can't just like open up a mic at Cesar Chavez Park. You have to have permits. You have to have microphones. You have to have amps. You have to have security. You have to do all this stuff. To be honest with you, I want to say, and I could be wrong, Matt would know, the hard cost was, I want to say, in the neighborhood of $3,000 to $4,000 for that initial thing. And I got put in touch with Matt by our good friend Scott Moak, who's the PA announcer for the Kings, and also at that time was doing a ton of stuff for the foundation for the Kings, charitable aspects and all that. And he would always go to Matt and ask for stuff. So within, I don't know, 20 minutes of me telling Matt what the idea was, which was, hey, we want to rally. We want to give a place for fans to kind of gather, hopefully get some news coverage so we can get the signs and the chants and all that on the news. The whole point was to help raise awareness, help give KJ some coverage, show the city council members how much the city really wanted this arena situation to be resolved, to give them political cover to be able to vote for this, because a lot of these guys had big fights going on in their districts. There's a lot of, you don't want to see how the sausage is made stuff. And I would say probably within half an hour, maybe it was even less than that, of me talking to Matt, he was like, okay, here's what you got to do. Because dumb me, I was like, oh, just go there with a megaphone. He's like, yeah, dude, you'll get arrested. Like, don't do that. You can't do that. Let me set this all up for you. So the way that first rally was done at Cesar Chavez Park was that Jiffy Lube covered all the costs. He's the one that found everyone. By the way, his boss, Don, who is a dear, dear man and somebody I consider like a second dad, he, of course, cleared everything too and was amazing. And, Jason, you know how many Jiffy Lube banners, I don't know if you remember this, you know how many Jiffy Lube banners and logos were visible at that Cesar Chavez event?
I don't.
0. None. Nobody knew. Nobody knew. They didn't want credit. They just wanted to get it done. They didn't ask for me to say anything. They didn't ask for me to shout them out. No, they just wanted to get it done. And the other person that helped with all of that was a guy by the name of Craig Amazine that you know very well, and that a lot of us know and love, who is now, he lives in Washington, D.C. He's doing other stuff. He's moved on to great things. Craig was the director of broadcasting at the time. So just to give you an idea, Craig would basically be the equivalent of the guy that oversees Mark Jones and Kyle and Katie and all that. Craig, while working for the Maloofs, also was giving us intel on the right things to say, the right things, the right buttons to hit, this, that, whatever. And as we go through the day, we're obviously going to talk about the playoffs. We're going to talk about all this stuff, but you're going to have to forgive me because I also want to reminisce a little bit. And I want to make sure that some of these people that never get credit, I want to make sure that they get credit, because without folks like that, stuff like this last night maybe doesn't happen. So instead of me just saying thank you, Jiffy Lube, Jason, I want to make sure people understand why I love Jiffy Lube so much, and why, I'm going to take my cars there every single time they need a change for the rest of my life, because if for no other reason, because I owe them, and I'm going to owe them a debt of gratitude for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, they've been so huge in the community, huge for the Kings, huge for our station, and we really, really appreciate them. So thank you to them. Thank you for making this all happen. And I could tell you, Dave, when we start the next hour, you had asked, we're receiving. We got people that want to talk and enjoy the moment of last night.
Well, then forgive my little soliloquy there. We will take a quick break so we can get to everybody. If you're not on the lines, call right now, 1-800-920-1140. We can see your texts if you want to text at 916-339-1140. And, of course, we'll start reading some of the comments on YouTube. Share your stories. Share how you feel. Share where you were last night. We want to hear it all, as it's a Celebration Thursday live from Portland, Oregon, brought to you by Jiffy Lube, as we continue to talk about your playoff-bound Sacramento Kings right here on Sactown Sports.
It's been 17 years.
17 years.
Mark to the hoop, lays it up, around, and in, at the horn.
The Sacramento Kings are finally returning to the NBA playoffs for the first time since 2006.
Yes, indeed.
Where will they finish in the standings?
How deep a run can they make?
Tune into Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the most in-depth Kings coverage in the 916.
Some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we can take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Dazzling decal on Daisy's Donuts window. Bold banner at Barry's Barbershop. Prominent poster at Penny's on Park Place.
This is your sign. Well, signs. To try Staples and see the difference. Get $15 off signs, banners, and posters when you spend $75 or more.
From Staples, and I couldn't miss it.
Ends 4/15. Visit staplesconnect.com/printbig for details.
It's a myth to think you don't play golf well enough to get fitted for golf clubs. The professionals at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio would argue that playing the game with golf clubs properly fitted to your body and swing characteristics is the best way to improve your game and have more fun on the golf course. With a professional staff of fitters, all the major brands of equipment, and cutting-edge technology featuring TrackMan, the indoor-outdoor Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is worth a look. See for yourself. Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway. Schedule your fitting at 916-808-2531. 808-2531.
Tax refund shock is everywhere. But what is it?
My tax refund shrank.
Mine too. The culprit? Pandemic-related stimulus payments and tax credits expiring. In this reporter's opinion, you need a tax expert.
Hey guys, Jackson Hewitt guarantees your biggest refund.
And tax prep is 50% off? Going there now.
50% off is a limited time offer for new clients filing at participating locations. Max value $200. Visit jacksonhewitt.com/50 for terms.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave telling you something you already know, which is your time is important. That's why at American Energy Heat and Air, they make shopping for a new furnace or air conditioner easier with their new online quoting tool. All you got to do is go to AmericanEnergyAir.com and get an instant quote now, today. Do it right now. It'll help you determine what system you'll need to get and provide the best pricing options, all from the comforts of your home. You don't have to have somebody come out and walk around your house and blah, blah, blah. Just do the quoting tool. It's so easy. AmericanEnergyAir.com. Check out how easy it can be. A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. I absolutely love these folks. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Rivercats fans, join us on Tuesday, April 4th for all the pomp and circumstance that the 2023 home opener has to offer. The smell of hot dogs, the chill of an ice-cold beer, and the crack of the bat. Purchase your tickets today, and you'll be able to say that you saw the Giants' top prospects before they made it to the show. Tickets are available now at rivercats.com. We'll see you at Sutter Health Park on Tuesday, April 4th for opening night with the Sacramento Rivercats.
It's been 17 years.
17 years.
Mark to the hoop, lays it up, around, and in, at the horn.
The Sacramento Kings are finally returning to the NBA playoffs for the first time since 2006.
Yes, indeed.
Where will they finish in the standings?
How deep a run can they make?
Tune into Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the most in-depth Kings coverage in the 916.
KHTK AM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your local sports leader in the 916. This is Sactown Sports. Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
Good morning and happy Thursday. It's Thursday, right, Jason? It's Thursday. With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. It is finally over. Our long local nightmare after 17 years has ended as your Sacramento Kings are officially playoff bound.
The horn sounds, and for the first time in 17 years, 16 seasons of frustration, 16 years of wandering in the desert looking for that oasis, the Kings have finally found the sparkling waters, the palm trees. It's not a mirage. It's the real deal. Sacramento has clinched first-round home court advantage in the playoffs that will be starting in a couple of weeks. Tonight's final score is 120-80.
Yes, indeed. And with that victory, the 40-point victory, Kings blowing out the Blazers. Malik Monk led Sacramento with 19 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Of course, Carmichael, Dave, Jason Ross, and our very own Frankie Cardicelli are live from Portland. Catch all, and we do mean all, of the action over at SactownSports.com. Coming up tonight at 7 p.m., the Oakland A's kick off Major League Baseball's opening day against the Angels. Again, we have your coverage at 7 p.m. right here on Sactown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. Now we start the next part of the show, which is we are sending out bat signals to many of our friends to call and check in today. And you're some of our many, many friends, or you're many, many of some of our friends, whatever it may be. If you're watching on YouTube, I am live in Portland as everyone is waking up right now. I am in the city.
It's light out there.
It is. It's beginning to get light out here. I'm getting strange looks, and I don't care because we are in Kings gear. Beam fully lit, as a matter of fact. Actually, there's a lit purple light over here. Maybe I'll go stand there. Welcome into everybody on the YouTube chat. Jay Mars, you can see him. Jason Ross, he is chilling in the hotel. I'm out getting coffee and trying to keep this high going as long as possible. We'll take you all the way till 10 a.m. 3 more hours, but your phone calls are what we want most. 1-800-920-1140. Listen, where were you? How did you feel? What have you been through? Whatever you want. This is your show. Let's start with one of our regulars, AC. AC, welcome in. You're on with Jason, Jay, me. You are a fan of a playoff NBA basketball team. How does it feel, my friend?
It feels good, but the Kings fan in me doesn't want to make too big a deal of it to jinx it.
But, it's over. We're in the playoffs. We're there. We may not do anything else. We may get swept. We may win the championship, but we made it. They can't take the X away from us, AC.
That's right. And Dave, I got to tell you, the bit at the coffee place, that was golden radio, man. That was awesome. I loved it. When you're ordering your caramel macchiato.
I'm still pounding that thing, dude. Thank God.
And I'm going to do something for my people at work today because of this Kings playoff push and victory yesterday. I'm going to the best donuts in the land, well, at least in Sacramento, Elk Grove Donuts, and I'm going to buy a dozen donuts for my coworkers because they have a little tradition at my job where if someone's leaving, they buy a dozen donuts for the rest of the office. What's that?
Oh, I didn't say anything, but I will say something, AC. Can I offer a suggestion? Because I think that's a great idea. I think everybody should buy donuts for their coworkers or whomever today. But let me make one suggestion, and I don't know if this would work or not. You're buying donuts. I assume you're going to bring in a dozen donuts. You should bring in 16 donuts. That's what you should do.
Oh, I like that. You know what? That'll work. And the reason why I'm doing this is when people leave the office, like they're going on to greener pastures, whatever, they bring in a dozen donuts to commemorate their leaving. Well, the Kings are leaving the land of non-playoff hopes. The Kings are leaving the land of lottery, at least for this year. And so that's why I'm bringing donuts to the office.
I love it. I love it. And
have a great day, guys. Love the show. Love the show. It's awesome.
Thanks, AC.
Appreciate you. Jason, I've done a lot of yammering. That's normal. And forgive me because I am part delirious. I'm being very open about that. But other than G-Man, you've probably seen more losses than anyone. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great. I'm so happy about this moment. I'm so happy about this season. I'm so happy about what's still ahead. I mean, it's like, you know, we've talked about, use the word anticipation, and that's what this whole thing has been about. Like, especially the last couple of weeks when it really has become a reality that they were going to do it and they were going to clinch. And, you know, I'm also glad the way it happened. As much as I would have, I think the best scenario, obviously, Dave, would have been to do it at home. I mean, that would have been great. But I'm glad no one else helped them get in. And at the end of the night, actually, Phoenix would have helped. But that was after the Kings had already won. And after the game was already 20, 30, 40-point lead. So it felt like they did it themselves. And it's a great group of guys. I love the way they're set up. I think their current looks great. Their future looks great. And this doesn't have to be, and Monty said it all along, Dave, he didn't want this to be he wanted to break the playoff drought, but he didn't want it to be a one-hit wonder, and I don't believe this team is, and that's what's also exciting.
Let's get back to the phones. It just occurred to me because I am in the city center. I am on Morrison and 6th Street at the Starbucks on Morrison and 6th Street. I know there's a lot of Kings fans still down here. So if you're out walking around, you're a Kings fan, you're watching or listening to this show, you want to get some Starbucks, I will buy your coffee this morning. Come down here, just see me.
Counting me?
Coffee. I asked you if you want a coffee.
You did.
Come down here. If you're wearing Kings gear, you come up to me, you say, light the beam. I'm buying your coffee, but you got to say hi. You got to tell us how you all feel. Let's get back to the phones here real quick. Who do we have, Jay?
Let's go to Ryan. What's up, Ryan?
Ryan or Ryan?
Ryan,
Ryan,
not Ryan.
What's up, guys? It's Ryan in Sactown. How you doing?
Doing great. Brother.
Hey, guys. I just wanted to call and say, you know, it has been a long time. I can't remember where I was at last time they made the playoffs, but certainly I will remember where I was at when they clinched last night. Feels really special. And, Dave, I just want to thank you, man. You don't take that call from Chris. Down in the Valley doesn't get made. And you guys, there's no Kings with an X without everything you guys did and the efforts you did and the radio you've done for 16 years without a team in the playoffs. That's not easy. And, you know, this team is playing with house money at this point, and they're built for the future. That's the most exciting thing. This is not a one-hit wonder. We've got a lot to look forward to. So I just can't thank you guys enough. I'm so excited for this community, and let's go.
Let's go. Thank you, Ryan.
Awesome.
Jason, I'm never comfortable with that. I will say this. I got my job back. I got 10 years thus far of mediocre radio, and I got paid for it. I've gotten mine. This is just for everybody who lives in a town that no one seemingly wants to visit. It's never a showcase showdown prize on The Price is Right. We always say that. For all the people that had to put their head down while other teams were talking garbage to them in their gear. And this is for a guy like Jay Mars. You know, funny thing about Jay is I only knew his face from his Twitter profile picture when he was working at what was it, 103.5? Sorry.
Yes, I was working at a radio station that no longer exists. That's how long it's
been. He was a music director, Dave.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew that.
I've heard this. And Jay, like so many of us, you know, Jay didn't work for a sports station. Jay worked for a music station, but Jay was a diehard Kings fan. And I want to say this was a decent amount of time before your son was born. And
way before.
Yeah, and you didn't know what to do. You didn't have a blueprint. You had no idea. And I know you did a ton of stuff with the Crown Downtown folks. What a great day, by the way, for Mike DeFares, Nancy and Norm Daly, Adria Ortiz, I'm missing a ton of names. We're on
Well,
Clint.
I got one of them on the line right now.
Oh, do you?
Well, you were, me and you were going back and forth. Hey, let's put some guests on, blah, blah, blah. I got one.
Okay.
A surprise.
I'm scared.
Caller, please state your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, my name is Mike Barnbaum, and I'm calling from the Woodlake neighborhood right near the Bonneville Studios.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Mike.
Hello. So yes, I see you're enjoying Portland out there, a place I've been to many times along with Jason. So hope you're enjoying a little bit of Portland city life before you head back. But yeah, I wanted to call and just say how emotional that was for me last night while I was working trains myself. And just thinking about a combination of what has happened over the 17 years and all the city council meetings we had attended, all the T-shirts that were passed out, and a lot of people who didn't know each other were very concerned about the situation. And looking back then and what it has culminated into from last night, just what an emotional time. But one thing that makes Sacramento and this region proud is this franchise and this team. And this is just the beginning, and I think this is going to go a very long way.
Why is Barnbaum getting me choked up again?
Mike has a way with words, man.
Hey,
Mike.
Dave, to quote Mike, we built this city on basketball.
Mike is a special person. Everything he did and then some. Mike is a very unique character, and I say that with all love and respect. Mike shows up everywhere. Jason, you've seen him a few times on the road.
Right.
And is
Many
Mike
times.
still with?
He's not, but I've been with Mike on the road a couple times. It's always an adventure.
Hey, Mike, if you're listening, I assume we moved on. I don't know if we got a break. Do we need other callers, or we got to go to break?
We have more people calling, but I got a couple lines open right now, 916-339-1140 or 1-800-920-1140. Let's skip 3 for Madness today, and let's just keep the good times rolling.
Okay, so we'll go to break. Mike, if you're listening, I want you to call back, and when we get back, Jay, I hope he's online, because there is something I need him to do for us. It's very, very important to me. We'll take a break. We'll come back. 1-800-920-1140. We are live. We are live in Portland. Thanks to Jiffy Lube, Jay Mars keeping the home fires burning. We have an acoustic version of the show for you today, kind of just a straight up in your face, whether we're on laptops, on cell phones. I am in Portland City Center. Again, if you're a Kings fan out here, you want me to buy you a coffee, give you a hug, a handshake, a high five, a light the beam, I'm here for you. And we've got people coming on the show later today as well. We'll take a break. We're right back on SactownSports.com.
It's been 17 years.
17 years.
Back to the hoop, lays it up, around, and in, at the horn.
The Sacramento Kings are finally returning to the NBA playoffs for the first time since 2006.
Yes, indeed.
Where will they finish in the standings?
How deep a run can they make?
Tune into Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the most in-depth Kings coverage in the 916.
After 11 years on KHTK and a 6-year hiatus, Talkin' Money with Jeff Harbell returns Saturdays, 10 a.m. right here on Sactown Sports.
Talking money!
I had a nighttime routine for my frequent heartburn. I would drink milk, I would sleep upright with more pillows, but that painful burning stayed. So I made Prilosec OTC part of my morning routine. With just one pill each morning, Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid production, blocking heartburn day and night. Now I have a new nighttime routine. I call it sleeping.
1 pill a day, 24 hours, 0 heartburn. With Prilosec OTC. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that.
we can get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we can take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Giving you extensive Kings coverage live from Portland. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Jiffy Lube, we've got you covered.
All right, we welcome you back. Apparently, all right, we're good now. You guys can hear me okay?
Gotcha.
Okay. Welcome back in. Portland City Center, live, celebrating the Sacramento Kings for the first time in 16 seasons. Having an X next to their name, and that's not X'd out. That's not X marks the spot. Well, I guess it is. It's X marks the playoffs. Back to the phone lines. Jay.
Yeah.
You told me our guy Barbomb's back, right?
Yep, hold on.
Thank
Mike, can you hear me, buddy?
Yes. Can you hear me okay?
We gotcha.
Hear you great. Do me a favor, just one thing, please. Mike, it's something that's going to bring me back and maybe a couple others to some of our conversations, maybe even a couple of city council meetings here and there. See, what people don't know about Mike Barnbaum is, I like to call him the songbird of our generation. And I know one of those songs is a song by perhaps the best musical group of all time. I'm not talking about the Beatles. Of course, I'm talking about Journey. Mike, I believe you know a few lines to the song Don't Stop Believing. Is that correct?
I do, yes. I didn't know that you were going to go there this morning. I had another song. I had another song in mind, but I give credit to Morgan Reagan Ford and Deuce Mason for writing the lyrics.
Okay, so I'm assuming that's the Shut Up and Light the Beam song, right?
Absolutely.
All right, love the song. That's theirs. They have it copyrighted. I don't want to see you get fined, Mike. Okay, it could be a federal offense. I don't know. I don't want to put you in jail. So, do you remember the lyrics to Don't?
I will save that one for Sunday when I'm at the Matt Day game.
There you go. Do you remember the lyrics to Don't Stop Believing, Mike? And could you give me the first couple of lines, please?
Okay, sure.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train, go anywhere.
Keep it going.
Just a city boy, born and raised in South
Sacramento.
Detroit.
Portland.
Took the midnight train to anywhere.
The playoffs.
The playoffs.
Yeah. Mike, you're the best. Thank you, pal. Appreciate it. Just had to hear it. Like I said, Jason, he's kind of the songbird of our generation.
Yes, I could hear that every day. Love it.
Who's next?
All right. Hey,
thanks, Mike.
Hey, Dave. Thank you very much. I know it may be a little off topic, but still sports related. Really getting ready for the end of next month. Got a lot of content, hopefully, about Marte Mapu, Brandon Weldon, Prince Washington, Asher O'Hara, and Jake Dunaway. And perhaps I heard our All-American Hornet might have become a Raider yesterday. So lots of stuff to talk about locally with football and getting ready for the NFL draft next month.
Can't wait, Mike. Thank you so much. And
Stingers up.
Stingers up.
Hey,
we'll do a whole show on that one. Take care. Jay?
Yeah, let's go to Connor.
Thank you.
Hi, Connor.
Hello. I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller. The last time in the playoffs, I was a freshman in high school. I was watching with my buddies. I was able to watch with the same buddies last night in my house with my wife, my house, my kid on the way.
Yeah, a baby beamer.
I wouldn't change anything for the world. I've been going to games since I was 5 years old, season ticket member for the last 11 years. All the blood, sweat, tears, it was worth it. I would do it all over again. my buddies want to give me a heart rate monitor to bring to the playoff games, and I just beg all the season ticket holders out there, don't sell your tickets to let those Warriors fans come into our house. Well, let's show up and let's make it worth it. Please, I beg you. It's not worth selling those tickets. It's priceless to be there. And I can't wait. I've never been to a playoff game. Let's go, Kings. Thank you.
Let's go. Let's
See
go,
you there.
Kings. That's what I'm talking about, man. Does it get better than that?
No.
I love that
he was gonna,
visual.
it sounded like he was about to break down,
I
by
thought
the way.
so too. But I don't blame him. I mean, that kind of the full circle moment of spending those times with friends and then that same group watching the game last night. I love that. That's an awesome story.
1-800-920-1140. That is the phone number. 916-339-1140 is our text line. What do you want to do here, Jay?
Let's go to Garrett. Garrett, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Great.
Hello?
Wonderful.
Can you hear me?
Super.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah. No, we were
It was
waiting on
awkwardly
each other to
silent.
respond. No, we were each waiting on each other to respond. We're on like 5 different phone lines here, so you'll have to forgive the delays and all that. Garrett, it's awesome. It's great. It's super. It's wonderful.
Yeah. The last time the Kings made the playoffs, I was 6 years old, and
Are you serious?
Man, it just got cut
So-
off.
No, I hear you. You're there, buddy. You sound like a grown man.
You hear me? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Go
Well,
ahead.
I've been listening to you guys for the last couple of years now. Me and my dad are huge Kings fans. I don't know if he's listening right now. Love you, Dad. But, it's just them being in the playoffs and, being such a long time since I was, 6 years old. So, I'm 23 now, so it's definitely change in tempo and a lot of exciting things to look forward to. So,
Awesome.
Thank you, Garrett. And I think there's a lot of stories like that, Jason. A lot of people, the people that like, I'm going to call my dad later today. I'm going to talk to him. But you know what? This is the part that puts the lump in your throat.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who saw this streak happen with their mom, their dad, a loved one. I know there's a lady on Twitter that, just think about this. There's a lady on Twitter. She's on my timeline. I'm sure a few others. And she lost her son a few months ago. I don't know how old he was. I'm guessing in his 20s or 30s, young man. And she has commandeered his Twitter account just to say, in her own way, I think, of grieving and of honoring him, tweeting after Kings games, "Go Kings," and he would have loved to have been here, and he would have loved to have seen this, and I want to keep this. Here's a picture of him in a Kings jersey. Here's a picture of him at a game. He couldn't be here with you. He couldn't be here with you in person, but I want to make sure he's there with you in spirit. And there's stories like that, all over the place of people that are not just celebrating with their loved ones, but they're celebrating with their loved ones that are no longer with us.
Yeah, that would have loved this moment. And I think that's where it gets emotional. That means a lot to them. It means, that's what the team does. That's what a sports in this community, especially in Sacramento, Dave, this community is so attached to this team. And so it's carried, even if it's 38 years here, different generations, different timelines for people, different memories, and all those emotions, I'm sure, all came together for a lot of people last night.
1-800-920-1140, 916-339-1140. I can see the YouTube chat. I personally can't see the text line. I'm pretty sure one of YouTube can, and at some point we need to get to your text because we know not everybody can call. Do we have callers? Do we want to open up the lines?
Yes,
Jay?
we lines. There's only one line currently open, so if you're trying to get in right now, I would do that. 1-800-920-1140. Let's go to David. What's up, David?
Hey, morning, guys.
Morning.
Man, I'm super excited. Dave, how's Portland?
It's a little
Awesome,
chilly,
man.
but it's good. It's I don't know. It feels kind of like it's our city today. We are taking over Portland today. I'm just running around this big quad I'm at that you can see on YouTube. And honestly, I could be in Portland. I could be in Paris. I could be in Madagascar right now, and all I can feel right now is Sacramento. That's the feeling that I have, and I think a lot of people up here do too.
Nice. Yeah, I just wanted to share a story with you guys. I've been a Kings fan, for the majority of my life since we moved up here from Southern California. Back in like the Bobby Hurley days. That's kind of a ways away. My son, when he was born, my wife and I took him to a game. We went to the King store, got him a custom-made jersey and stuff. Well, shortly after that, the Maloofs announced, they were getting ready to sell the team, and that really ticked me off. And then, the whole, Vivek thing happened, and next thing you know, here we are. So the last game I took him to, which actually was his first game he was able to attend, apparently. I went to the team store that day, and, we got jerseys and stuff. He got Fox. He loves Fox. So we go to the seats and stuff. He puts his gear on, and I goofed up. I bought him an adult large. So now I got to make it right. I got to get him another jersey that's going to fit him properly. But he's super excited. He woke up today. Dad, did we win? Like, yeah, we won. And so it's going to be awesome to share that feeling with him. Coming to the playoffs.
Let me ask you a question, because I've been talking about it on Twitter and I talked about it on the show earlier. But as a fellow dad, indoctrinate. How old is your son again?
He's 11.
Okay.
Nice.
So you've indoctrinated him into being a Kings fan, and for most of his life, he's seen almost nothing but failure and shortened expectations. Did you ever wonder if you were doing him wrong? Because I've had these thoughts about indoctrinating him into being a Kings fan, and does this help a little bit?
Some of my friends who are fans of the Lakers, they always kind of give us some crap or credit here and there. I just keep telling them, son, you can root for whoever you want to root for at the end of the day. As long as you stick with your team, stay loyal. There's ups and downs, but, when times are good, they're good. And right now he's at this age where he's getting into sports. So he's able to understand what's really going on in the games and stuff like that. And to have shared that moment with him, that game night that he went to with me, that was priceless, man. I hope it sticks with him. As he grows up and maybe when he gets married, has children and stuff, he can kind of look back at these memories that we're sharing right now. And I mean, hopefully, maybe we'll get a title out of it here and there. That'd be awesome. That'd be a great
here and there. One or two.
Yeah. Hey man, this is fun. These guys are good.
Here's the title. There's the title. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, yeah, I hope he sticks with it. I hope he remains a Kings fan, and I can't ask for anything else. But hey, I got to get to work, guys. I hope you guys have a great day. Go Kings.
Go Kings.
Go Kings.
Thanks, David.
Of course he's going to stick with it. Or you could be. That's what Kings fans do. We are loyal. We're not bandwagon. We don't leave. Jay, I imagine we need to take a break here.
We need to light the beam.
Let's light the beam. When we come back, more of your phone calls, more celebration. We'll have guests popping by, probably start next hour. Jason Ross, Carmichael Dave, live from Portland, lighting the northern beam for your playoff-bound Sacramento Kings right here on Sactown. On SactownSports.com.
What up, buddy?
How are you? Sorry, we were just going to break.
17 years.
Who plays it up? Messages from us, but for whatever reason, comments we got, we're not able to connect
playoffs for the first time since 2006. Where will they finish in the standings?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. And when I go to 1,
Sactown Sports at SactownSports.com Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the most in-depth Kings coverage in the 916.
Folks, there's been some swings and misses, but he's at bat now, and here's the swing. This could be at least a triple.
Are you looking for a grand slam?
Regain and optimize your
Where are you
performance.
guys
See
at?
what Pacific Men's
We're in a
Clinic can do to
hotel
make your love life the best it can be.
boardroom.
Pacific Men's Clinic, safe and pain-free, clinically proven procedure, breaks up plaque and stimulates the growth of healthy new blood vessels. Call for your free consultation now at 916-545-7577. That's 916-545-7577. Jiffy Lube's Country in the Park, Northern California's biggest country music festival of the year, is back May 5th and 6th at Cal Expo, starring Lady A, Chris Young, Brett Eldridge, and so many more. Plus, a Boots Boot and Line Dance Saloon, interactive lounges, and Sacramento's best food trucks. Weekend passes start at just $85. Tickets are on sale now at SactownSports.com. Country in the Park, brought to you by Attic Man Heating and Air Conditioning, Bill Eats RV, and Naughtywood Barbecue.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-330-1991. That's 1-800-330-1991. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-330-1991. SelectQuote. We shop, you save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
If the sticker price markups that new car dealers are demanding are scaring you away from a brand new vehicle, you can still get the vehicle you want and save thousands at M&S Auto on El Camino right off the Cap City Freeway. M&S Auto has literally hundreds of gently used but beautiful Silverados, Rams, and Tacomas. And if you love muscle cars, they've got Challengers and Mustangs too. M&S Auto Sales. Great cars and trucks and fair deals every day. Come and get yours. MSAutogroup.com.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
Good morning and happy Clinch Day with your Sactown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. After 17 years, our long local nightmare finally comes to an end.
The horn sounds, and for the first time in 17 years, 16 seasons of frustration, 16 years of wandering in the desert looking for that oasis, the Kings have finally found the sparkling waters, the palm trees. It's not a mirage, it's the real deal. Sacramento has clinched first-round home court advantage in the playoffs that will be starting in a couple of weeks. Tonight's final score is 120-80.
Malik Monk led the Kings in that blowout of the Portland Trailblazers, scoring 19 points to go along with 6 boards and 6 assists. And as you heard the G-Man said, the Kings clinch a top 4 seed, but right now sit in the number 3, 5 games up on the Phoenix Suns, and are only 2 games back of the Memphis Grizzlies for the number 2 seed. Coming up later on tonight, it is opening night in baseball. Your Oakland A's take on the Anaheim Angels of Los Angeles, or whatever they're going by at this point. Again, we'll have your coverage starting at 7 p.m. right here on Sactown Sports. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, live from Portland. Brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Jiffy Lube, we've got you covered.
People are going to be joining us here throughout the next, what do we got? 2.5 hours. Show's starting to fly by right now. It's morning in Portland. If you're just joining us, we had some tech snafus, or was it a stroke of luck? Because we have a stripped down show for you today. Jason Ross is in the conference room. I am on the streets of Portland. And Jay Mar's back in studio, all brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Jiffy Lube, they've got you covered. 1-800-920-1140 is your phone line. We've thrown out the rundown today, everybody. We just want to talk to you. We want to hear from you. As your Sacramento Kings have officially clinched a playoff spot, that is the first time in 16 years. That breaks the record, NBA record for longest playoff drought. But, hey, that's all in the past. We don't want to talk about that. Jay Mars, where do we want to go?
We got full phone lines right now at 1-800-920-1140. Let's go to Jaron. Hi, Jaron. Jaron, you with us? Oh, I got to hit the button right. Let's try it again. Hi, Jaron.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me on. Amazing day. I just wanted to share. I moved to Sacramento in 2007 with a young family, and I was not into basketball at all before that, and so I never knew about these early 2000 Kings. I heard about them, but the entire time I've lived in Sacramento, I've never known anything but just loss and failure. So, for this to happen, and then, raising my girls in this town, I would take them to games, but, they never knew what it was like to have, a winning franchise in our town. But, I would still take them to games. They would just kind of watch me root for them. But now what's exciting is seeing that they're getting into it. Like, now they're getting on board, with the hype. After all these years of just watching me, follow this team that, had no, just wasn't going anywhere. Now it's just so exciting now that we've been able to keep this team, and that they get to experience, with Kings basketball, winning Kings basketball. Just so deeply personal, for us that it's just such an exciting time. So just wanted to share that. It's just takes on a whole new meaning when you never knew about those early 2000 Kings. You just heard the names, you kind of heard the legends, but you never knew it, and you've been following this franchise for 16 years, and now, it's like that faithfulness finally pays off. It's just so special. So thanks so much.
Thank you so much. That's the exact type of calls I think we want to hear, Jason. You don't have to have been here 40 years. You don't have to have been here through it all. And there's an example of somebody who fell in love with bad basketball. They didn't really have much to work with, and yet they've powered through. And they're as much this celebration, part of this celebration, as any of us, Jason. Oh, can't
hold
hear
on.
you. You're
Hold on. That's on my end. Hold on.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jason.
I wondered. You got me now?
Yep.
Yeah, I wondered. Everybody could hear my. We were troubleshooting during the break, Dave, and I think everybody could hear my conversation. So we worked that out. But yeah, I'm with you. I said that on the postgame last night that, hey, look, it doesn't matter if you've been here all 38 years or 38 days as a part of this. You're still a fan of this team. They've still drawn you in some way. You could argue the people that have been here for the whole time. Certainly, there's probably a deeper rooted connection. But with all that, I mean, you're still a Kings fan. This still means something to you. This city means something to you. This team has drawn your attention from either the past, the present, and what we hope to be the future. So it was a great night for everybody. I mean, it really was. And I just love seeing all the people celebrating, all the people that are calling us today. This is great.
Give me a quick second, you guys. Just
all right, Jay. Who do we have? Who do we have next?
Well, we have a special guest, but apparently Coffee Boy is going to delay that.
No, hold on. I'm here. I think I picked up somebody's chai. Is this the macchiato for Dave?
I'm not sure. They have tickets.
When did he order again?
Probably during the break.
Nope, that's Tris. Thank you. That's what fooled me, because I thought I ordered a grande. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to get the wrong one. That one needs to be redone. Yeah.
Hey, Starbucks, we got a show to do.
Sorry.
Yeah, come on.
I pointed at the wrong one. So.
All right, let's go to the bat line, which is a number I cannot give out over the air. We have a very special guest on the bat line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning.
This is Carmichael's dad.
Hey.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah. You go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, you don't come on the air at all, so I
never have.
Yeah. Hi, Dad. How are you?
I'm fine. I happened to notice with casual interest the game last night, and you're hogging the television camera. You were on at least a half a dozen times, and I happened to notice there was shall we call it, a bit of a twinkle in your eye. Matter of fact, it took a few Kleenex to clear the twinkle, and that touched me a lot.
It was a little dusty in there, Dad. To be honest, I had eaten something with jalapenos earlier, and I had rubbed my eye. I didn't know I was on camera, so they caught me. A little sensitive to the capsaicin. But I know you were watching from home. Were you watching from home last night, Dad?
Yeah. Your sister had unexpectedly dropped in last night. I don't know if you knew that.
I
didn't. We were watching this, and she was taping it, and on the phone for Mom, and it got a little emotional here. I think I had the same jalapeno, and there was also dust in the air here. So apparently, it's a kind of a family thing. But congratulations, well deserved, long awaited, and I'm personally happy for myself, but I'm a lot more happy for you because I know how deeply and closely you feel all of this. So good going.
Well, I know that I'm glad Lindsay got there because, obviously, and I've said this before, that, Mom's in the hospital right now.
Yep.
I hope she got to watch it. I don't know if she was awake at the moment. I know she'd want to be, but
that's always the first problem. But Lindsay taped you every time you came on. She jumped on me and said, "Rewind it, rewind it, rewind it." And I'd rewind it, play it, and she'd tape it, and she put it all together in a montage for Mom. So Mom will no doubt broadcast it to the world. So the pitch goes on. But anyway, good haul, good night, and I'm sure you are now in your element in terms of being on the other side. And it's very nice to see that. I had if you'll excuse the foul language, I had a Warriors fan text me about a half an hour ago with all the possible scenarios, and up first he put the Warriors as the potential playoff opponent, and wished me good luck, despite the fact that he has an allegiance elsewhere. But it's kind of funny how these things all spread out and come around the roost. So anyway, I've never been on the air. I don't want to go on the air, and I've been on the air now. So it must be a special occasion. Congratulations to all of you, and particularly you three guys, for sticking in with this thing.
Well, thanks, Dad. You got me going again. But go ahead, Jason.
I was going to say this for two things, Dave. Remember when you said they had the tribute video to G-Man, and you said, "Dang it, you got me." Like when I spoke of G-Man and I broke down a little bit. Well, this call got me. I got to say that for sure. And number two, your dad needs to be on the air all the time.
Good luck. I've been on for 17 years and I can't get him on. He went on with Grant once, but he didn't come on with me.
That was for a golf tournament.
Right. It must be a special
Now it's
occasion.
happened.
Well, listen, I'll say this, or I'll try to. But I'll say this, Dad. My life could have gone in a lot of different directions, and there were times when I was sleeping in a car and working overnights at a rock station and not going to college and not doing what you and Mom would always push me to do. And I think a lot of parents would have reacted differently, but you guys always trusted in me and the fact that it was kind of a different road, the road less traveled, the old Robert Frost thing. And, you guys always supported me and always believed in that. And even no matter all the stupid stunts I pulled and things that didn't work out. And, I know a lot of kids say that they don't have parents that tell them they love them or they're proud of them. And I'm not that person. You guys have always done that. And you've made it so that I pass it down to your grandkids who are now a part of this. So I've said before, it's a team effort, and I know a lot of people out there right now listening are probably, they have similar moments with family members, with friends, with relatives and all that. So, this is really for all of us. And Dad, I mentioned this earlier. You turn 80 on Sunday, and
Don't
hopefully
mention that.
Oh, sorry. All right, I'll have Jay dump that. But between
You're grounded.
between your you had the stroke a few years back that scared us all. You turned 80 on Sunday. Mom might be in the hospital, but she's still as sassy and crazy as ever. The fact that we're all able to experience this with all the other families. You were the first person to take me to a game in 1985 when I was 8 years old.
Was that Larry Bird?
That was Larry Bird, Daddy. Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you. Sorry, I'm sure we're way over a commercial break, but you got me going again. And tell Mom I'll call her later and tell her I love her.
I will do that, son. And again, congratulations. Job again, well done.
Thanks, Daddy. I love you too. I'll talk to you.
I
That's
love
my
you.
dad. I love you too.
You can't say daddy. You can't say daddy. Come on.
I didn't mean to. That was 40-something-year-old kid.
How did Starbucks get that jalapeno from the Trailblazers game into your
Right?
coffee?
How is it in this boardroom in the hotel?
I mean, I don't know. It's a day for unprofessionalism, I guess. Have we flown through a break, Jay? I'm kind of off on time.
We have. We need to get to the spots, as they say in the biz.
Please, let's take a break.
And also know
Let's
that Sam's coming up at 8, Dave.
Sam
Amick?
Sam maybe. All right, we're gonna have Sam in a few minutes. Probably a little bit of a longer spot here. We'll take a break. Live from Portland, brought to you by Jiffy Lube. It's Carmichael, Dave, Jason Ross, Jay Mars back in the studio right here on SactownSports.com.
It's been 17 years.
17 years.
Back to the hoop, lays it up, around, and in, at the horn. The Sacramento Kings are finally returning to the NBA playoffs for the first time since 2006.
Yes, indeed.
Where will they finish in the standings?
How deep a run can they make?
Tune into Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the most in-depth Kings coverage in the 916.
Great team. Where's the defense? Defense! Okay, everyone take a break. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, asking, when is something too good to be true? When it probably is. And had I not experienced it for myself, this spectacular season would definitely qualify as too good to be true. So everyone out there in Radio Land, continue to enjoy. Something else that could seem too good to be true is Good Feet Arch Supports. But trust me, I've experienced firsthand the comfort, balance, and support possible with Good Feet Arch Supports. And so have countless others who have pretty much given up hope. It's time you felt good again. Take your feet to the Good Feet store for a free personalized arch support, fitting, and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support missing in your life. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now Vacaville, online at goodfeet.com.
Start your grilling season at Nugget Markets for a chance to win the ultimate outdoor cooker, the Big Green Egg. Perfect for grilling, barbecuing, or slow cooking the perfect ham, the Big Green Egg is the ultimate outdoor cooker for versatility, eco-friendliness, and fantastic flavor. From searing a steak to smoking ribs low and slow, even baking your Easter pies, everything tastes better on the egg. Want to win one of your own? Drop by your local Nugget Market to enter to win and stock up on gourmet ingredients to make your Easter amazing. Also sign up for Nugget's Secret Special for exclusive savings, great recipes, and more ways to win. Stop by your Nugget Market today.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Rivercats fans, join us on Tuesday, April 4th for all the pomp and circumstance that the 2023 home opener has to offer. The smell of hot dogs, the chill of an ice-cold beer, and the crack of the bat. Purchase your tickets today, and you'll be able to say that you saw the Giants' top prospects before they made it to the show. Tickets are available now at rivercats.com. We'll see you at Sutter Health Park on Tuesday, April 4th for opening night with the Sacramento Rivercats.
Giving you extensive Kings coverage live from Portland. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Jiffy Lube, we've got you covered.
Well, and we've got you covered all the way until 10 a.m. That's 2 hours and 10 minutes by my calculations. A little bit of delirium this morning, if you will. Not a lot of sleep, nothing to eat, a ton of caffeine. But we're here for you as we continue to celebrate, Jason and I, in Portland. We will be here, by the way, today and tomorrow. We will continue to bring you coverage on the program. Tomorrow is kind of going to be a cavalcade, if you will, of guests, interviews, all that kind of fun stuff. We'll be back, and then I'm sure we'll have some stuff from Friday night's game for you on Monday. So as the voice guy said, thank you to Jiffy Lube. And thanks to all of you that have called so far. Not sure if we can top that last call. Thank you, Dad, for calling in. I know he's listening right now. And Jason, you know, I'm not a journalist, but journalists never want to be in the middle of the thing or whatever. But I think that's kind of like it's the theme of what we talked about so far is that we're all just kind of avatars for the fans. Everybody has their unique moments. Everybody has their unique relationships. Everybody has their unique stories that they've been through that they can identify with, that they can apply to their own lives. And I think that's a lot of what we're hearing this morning is a lot of people sharing their own memories, sharing stories, and it's awesome. This is the vibe I was hoping for today.
It's great to hear them in different forms, whether they're, you know, someone saying earlier they were 6 when the Kings missed last made the playoffs, and now they're in their early 20s, to, you know, having your dad on with you, to people that have been lifelong.
Hold on, Jay. Hey, hold on a second, Jason. I'm sorry. Hey, what's your name?
Casey.
Casey, we're live right now.
What's up?
We got our first Kings fan in Portland.
Yeah.
UCJ Mars, he came up here for the game, or are you up here already?
So, kind of a weird story. About a couple months ago, my girlfriend and I were talking about taking a vacation. We talked about San Diego, but she wanted to go to the coast. I looked and seen that there was a game in Portland. It's always been one of my kind of bucket list things to go see a game on the road. So I convinced her. We went Monday and Tuesday. We stayed up the Oregon coast. We made a detour. I was hoping, and by luck, it was going to be some game that was significant, and it worked out. So Monday, I was sad that we didn't clinch at home, but part of me was like, yeah, kind of. So we detoured 3 hours from the coast. We're going back today, and I'm from Yuba City.
Okay, go Honkers.
So yep. And then we're going back Friday to back home. We'll go back to work next week. But, man, I was so stoked. I sat right behind the Kings bench last night, kind of losing my voice. But, man, Kings fan. I'm 39 years old. I've been a Kings fan since I was born. I was there for Rattle Seattle. I was there for Here We Stay with this guy. I signed your RV, man.
You did?
I was there, man, all that stuff. So this was our, like, you know, we're on house money. But I also believe that, hey, we shouldn't just settle for that. But that was like our championship for me last night, man. I'm so stoked.
Can I buy you a coffee?
Sure, man.
Okay, I'm gonna buy this guy a coffee while we keep going.
Hey,
yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Dave,
I can hear you.
I know. I'm live producing on the air because we're super pro. We got about 2 minutes left in the segment. I want to get to Nathan, who's been on hold here for almost 45 minutes.
All right,
because I know we have special guests coming up for the next 30 minutes after that. I just want to make sure we get Nathan in.
Let's get to Nathan. He won't be able to hear all here, and then during the break, we're gonna do a coffee here. Okay, so go ahead.
Nathan,
Hello?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How you guys doing today?
Great.
Dude, this is awesome, man. I don't even know what to say. Like, I remember I called in one time before. I was in high school, like 7 years ago at Rio, and the segment was to win tickets. Fucking sorry.
No,
sorry.
God, you can't. Hold on. But Nathan,
Nathan's gone. No, Nathan's gone. I dumped once. I can't dump twice.
All right, I know. He held 45 minutes. Listen,
a lot of emotion in there.
He's got an earbud, so he can hear. Can you hear us?
Yeah,
okay. Okay. So
Did you hear Nathan?
Everybody. Yeah, he can hear that last part. We want the emotion, we want the love, we want the passion. However, we have FCC rules, so please, no swearing. Though I understand the swearing, no swearing, please, so we can hear you. And Nathan, if you're listening, appreciate you holding for 45 minutes, and we're just all going to pretend that was a really long and passionate phone call. How long till we need to break, Jay?
About 30 seconds.
About 30 seconds. All right. So what are you going to do now? You said you're leaving Friday?
Yeah, I'm leaving Friday. We're leaving Portland today, driving, making our way back down the coast, and then we'll be back in Sacramento on Friday. But man, trip of a lifetime, man. I'm so stoked it worked out, and what can I say? But light the beam.
Light the beam. There you go. We'll take a break. When we come back, Sam Amick is going to join us. For those of you in Portland right now, I said just like this guy, meet me in the city center right by the Starbucks. Tough to miss the big goofy ogre wearing the Kings sweatshirt. I'm going to buy this guy a coffee, give him a hug, and then we'll be back with Sam Amick, brought to you by Jiffy Lube right after this.
It's been 17 years.
17 years.
Who plays it up, around, and in, at the horn. The Sacramento Kings are finally returning to the NBA playoffs for the first time since 2006.
Yes, indeed.
Where will they finish in the standings?
How deep a run can they make?
Tune into Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the most in-depth Kings coverage in the 916.
Some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we can take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Valley Strong Credit Union.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. May find a soggy start out there for your Thursday, but into the afternoon, things will brighten up and warm up a little bit. Expecting to see partly sunny skies, highs in the upper 50s to low 60s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
At Valley Strong Credit Union, we know that local businesses are the backbone of the Central Valley. Valley businesses deserve Valley support for payroll, credit, capital, and everything in between. Learn about all the benefits of being a business banking member at valleystrong.com.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month. A savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-330-1991. That's 1-800-330-1991. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-330-1991. SelectQuote. We shop, you save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
From local town councils to Capitol Hill, agents who are realtors are standing up for what's right. We're here protecting property rights. Here advocating for the issues that affect our neighborhoods. Here championing fair and equitable housing for all. Because we are realtors, bound by a code of ethics, driven to serve our communities. We're here for it all. Here for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Hi guys, it's Mark with Coastside Medical Clinic. Are you struggling with ED and sick of the pills? Well, we have a major medical advancement that has helped thousands of men. Our WAVE technology is backed by 60 clinical studies, including from Cambridge University. It's been shown to increase blood flow by repairing blood vessels. No pills and no side effects. If you're ready to put a stop to your ED, call us now. And not only will the assessment and blood flow ultrasound be free, but we'll also include something unique that produces powerful results. You're going to love that one, guys. Trust me. This unprecedented offer is worth $600, but it's free to those who call in the next 2 minutes. Call 916-603-2000. That's 916-603-2000. Guys, put a stop to your ED and get your life back. Call Coastside Medical Clinic now to qualify. 916-603-2000. That's 916-603-2000.
KHTKAM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, the flagship station of your Sacramento Kings.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports. Sactown Sports.
Headlines. With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. It was an extra special beam lighting last night outside of the Golden One Center as the Kings have finally broken their playoff drought.
The horn sounds, and for the first time in 17 years, 16 seasons of frustration, 16 years of wandering in the desert looking for that oasis, the Kings have finally found the sparkling waters, the palm trees. It's not a mirage, it's the real deal. Sacramento has clinched first-round home court advantage in the playoffs that will be starting in a couple of weeks. Tonight's final score is 120-80.
Malik Monk led the Kings in the 40-point blowout of the Blazers, scoring 19 points to go along with 6 boards and 6 assists. Of course, Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, and our very own Frankie Carticelli are live in Portland. Catch all the action at SactownSports.com. Speaking of action, MLB is back opening night at the Coliseum tonight as the A's take on the Angels. Our coverage begins at 7 p.m. right here on Sactown Sports. Coming up now, Sam Amick joins us live on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
All right, so welcome back. I know I see Sam here, but we got some coffee drinkers. I'm back in the Starbucks. What was your name again? Jonathan. So he's up here. He's got family up here. They were up here last night. They're staying till Saturday night, and it's just so cool seeing Kings fans. And you were telling me 7 years old and
10 years old.
10 years old now. So been through it.
They've been through it. Yeah, they're 6 and 23 now. First time that they've had, experienced a winning team, and it's exquisite.
It's exquisite.
Living through this with them as adults, because they haven't experienced a winning team ever.
Well,
that they remember.
I'm making Sam wait, but I wanted to get you on. Great to meet you.
Thanks
so much. I'll see you tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Okay, take good care. We're in a very busy Starbucks right now. Sorry about all that, Sam Amick, as I am in just to reset, Portland City Center, buying Kings fans coffees at Starbucks right now. We're all celebrating. We're bringing a piece of Sacramento up here. And Sam, you're a journalist with a capital J. That's for sure. You're a journalist with a capital J. You're a real life national journalist. But you can't tell me going back to your roots at the Sacramento Bee, living in Elk Grove, having drunk neighbor John come over at all times of day, yammering at you, and all the things that you've got going on, that you had. You can't tell me you didn't drop a little bit of that capital J last night and enjoy yourself a little bit.
I did enjoy it, my friend. I'm happy for you guys. I didn't have a jalapeno in my coffee like you do.
Yeah.
You did get me, though, not to go backwards too much. My goodness, that moment with your dad was pretty cool. And that honestly, the emotion for the fans is the thing that has been fun to watch. Obviously the other night you had all that anticipation in the home game and a lot of people hoping they'd get it done there. And it was kind of a anticlimactic in that sense. But, you waited 16 years, Kings fans can wait a couple more days. And I'm happy and I tried to write this today. It's just remarkable to me from a life standpoint, just how long 16 years is. I went down memory lane and in my column and started trying to share just thoughts about that stretch of time, and whether it's personal life with family stuff or in the Kings ecosystem. I had a line about the late great Marty McNeil, the late great Pete Carrill, the late great Wayne Cooper, all these faces and names and people that were there at the beginning. And like I tried to say too, the thing that makes me happy for the Kings fans the most is that and this is in my best Allen Iverson voice impersonation, is like they weren't asking like not a championship, like a playoff berth. A playoff. The thing that 16 teams get every single year evaded this team for 16 years, and that's pretty remarkable.
Yeah, and to that point, Sam, I mean, I don't blame certain teams, but if you've been there 5, 6, 7, 8 years in a row, you kind of expect it. Where this organization, and you even said playoffs, Sam, kind of the thought before this year was, can they even, flirt with the play-in game? Like expectations have been just killed so much because of the past failures. Not only did they get there, they've soared through. They've got home court, at least in the first round. It's quite a turnaround that all accumulated last night into just an incredible evening.
No, it is. And credit to this particular team, because you kind of hit on something interesting there. In terms of my own interest, I did have this thing in the back of my mind this season, like, man, it's going to be really annoying if they only get in the play-in tournament and then let's say they lose. And then there's like the debate, like, well, did that end the streak? Well, no, that's not the playoffs. That didn't end the streak. And so to have this team be so legitimate, to be on track to be a third seed, to be not even beyond the standings, to be from a personality standpoint, from a stylistic standpoint, to be so much damn fun to watch. Really to have shades of the old Jason Williams, Chris Webber teams in the late 90s. And, you're talking about De'Aaron Fox, which, give a hat tip to De'Aaron, because the guy who I questioned, a lot last year, did not think he could get to this level. And I see Dave was on board with me. And Sabonis coming in. But De'Aaron, you're talking, he goes to get married last summer, and you guys know this, and he's at this wedding. It's supposed to be the happiest day of your life, and I think it was for him and his wife per se. But Bam Adebayo is there, Jason Tatum is there, players like that, his buddies who he came up with, and they've been to the finals. They've been sniffing championships, and he hadn't been in the playoffs. I think that's actually something that even non-hoopers can relate to. Like anybody in your class who is just going on to bigger and better things, and you feel like you're kind of stuck in the mud, to go from that to this is for me really impressive as far as De'Aaron goes.
Sam Amick of The Athletic joining us. And Sam, I know you've got to keep any biases aside. You don't have bias. You cover everything fair. But I love it. Mark Spears is another that was really on the wagon a little bit early. But to you, just kind of going back to where we started, and just because I get personal doesn't mean you have to, but forgive me for this. If my math is right, you talk about timestamps. Let's see, Ryder, your oldest, I want to say, was in diapers. I don't think Landon was even here yet.
No, Ryder.
Yeah, and you've had like many of us family members no longer with us, rest their souls. That there's so much that has changed in life between the last time that it is basketball. We don't want to say we're curing cancer or saving world hunger here, but it also it speaks a little bit to mortality, and it speaks a little bit to just both for the younger generation and older generation having those timestamps, and in this case having a timestamp of happiness for once with the Kings.
Yeah, and I think the joy is the point. Your mom felt some joy, and I'm not trying to get you jalapenoed again.
That's fine.
Your mom felt some joy in an otherwise challenging time. My version of that, and I wrote this today, it was hard to write. I've never written it, was in 2009, and I think I told you guys last week that I went up to the old Arco site a couple weeks ago because the Suns were there practicing. And, of all the memories for me, all I could think about was the day my dad passed away. Damn it, you got me now.
Sorry.
And because I was at a game, it was Kings Bulls 2009. I find out at halftime, and I'm in that Kings space, and I'm outside, losing it in the bushes. That's the life stuff. And, to spin it forward with my kids. Yeah. I mean, my oldest was born about 5 months after the Kings' last playoff berth. I was watching and listening earlier, Dave, when you were asking a caller if he had any reservations about bringing his kids up as Kings fans, because you clearly have had those thoughts. As you know, that I've kind of been the opposite story. I got bandwagon fans,
Right.
like they've been Warriors and they were not Kings at all. And if I'm being honest, they probably poked fun at the Kings through the years. Well, guess what? They're looking for that beam now.
Right.
And so that part changes, but it's the bigger than basketball stuff. And it's funny because for all the pitfalls that this team has experienced during Vivek Ranadive's tenure, and there have been a lot, I think he deserves credit now. And beyond the success of the team, I got to admit that, his general idea of the arena being the gathering place that he envisioned years and years ago, and these talking points that over time, we kind of probably grew tired of hearing, where, okay, we get it. It's going to be a communal fireplace and this and that. And there's some eye rolling at, back then. I think about that now when I go out and I see all these folks just looking up at the beam like it's gonna UFO's about to land. Like damn it, like they actually did it, and that is the vibe, that is the experience. And as somebody who lives here and who cares about the community, I think that's just fantastic.
Yeah, and Sam, thinking about you sharing your story about your dad, Dave, with his dad on the air, and everybody whose family, any connection people have with the Kings and their family, kids, spouses, sisters, brother, whatever it might be, it feels so family oriented. And I've been amazed by Mike Brown. He kind of brought that up last night pregame, just knowing the gravity of what it would mean to the community for a guy that's been here 1 year. And then also still like coaching his team that way, like celebrate it and acknowledge it. But also it feels like, all right, we did that. Now let's move on to what's really going to matter. I've been impressed how he's been able to handle all the elements of what this means to everybody, yet push forward to get the most out of his team. I think he's done a masterful job in handling that part of this.
Well, and to kind of add on to that, Jay, it takes a special individual to run the basketball team in a very capable way, like he has, but also, by the way, be a pretty damn good face of a franchise. And from a communication standpoint, to be the type of personality who can bring people along with you for the ride because of the way that you carry yourself in press conferences, because of the way that you communicate. And they hit, they knocked it out of the park with the hire from that respect. Because listen, if you would have had a Tom Thibodeau type who came in here grunting and growling his way to a playoff berth, would the fans really cared if he won the press conference? No, they wouldn't have. But it is, I think, for the fans, a little cherry on top that the guy is so much damn fun. Like, he's just good spirited. And, and again, that positivity is the part that I think is really cool. Again, not to go backwards too much, but my biggest takeaway, guys, is like, not to make it about my path, but like, I literally changed careers partly because the negativity around the Kings was wearing me out. They lose the playoffs, or they're out of the playoffs for 4 years from 7 to 10. And from a human standpoint, all the people working for the franchise, like, you're covering folks who are not feeling good about, what they're doing. Tack on another 13 years to that. It's exhausting. And this now is obviously a breath of fresh air.
And now you know why Jason and I are such nut jobs, Sam. And, we appreciate your time. We appreciate you. It is a very different show today for obvious reasons. And honestly, it seems like dads and family are the theme here. But you said it about Marty, and I was thinking about him last night, and I keep thinking, I don't know what the exact words would have been, guys, but it would have been something like, "Hey man, don't break your arm trying to pat yourself on the back. There's more games." Something like that.
I mean, you already ran into trouble with the FCC today. Marty would have been.
No, I ran into trouble with the FCC today.
That's right, Marty. We would have had to have pre-recorded Marty so we could edit it through. Make sure you check out The Athletic. As always, they're fantastic. Curated sports content. Fantastic price for most people. And even for me, I get my money's worth. That's why I've got 2 subscriptions. Sam, we appreciate you. And obviously, we got end of season awards. We got the end of the season itself. We got seeding. We got playoffs coming up. So we got a lot to talk to with you about over the next few weeks. Thanks for your time, my man.
I appreciate you guys. Since we're doing shout outs real quick, and I see the Jiffy Lube logo here, it was fantastic seeing our guy Matt Graham at the game. the other day. Matt and I, as you know, Dave, we shared high schools together back in the day. He was in my sister's class. So fantastic human and happy for guys like that.
Can't say it enough, Sam. You're absolutely right. We addressed that earlier. It can't be addressed enough what Don Fowler and what Jiffy Lube have done for this Kings community. Thank you, buddy. Say hi to the family and even your bandwagon little kids, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys. Enjoy. See you.
Take care. We'll take a break. When we come back, an hour 45 left. Your phone calls at 1-800-920-1140. And when we return, a guy who was incredibly responsible for this team staying in Sacramento. Much of it behind the scenes, much of it boring work, but boring work that was necessary. You're not going to want to miss the next segment right here on SactownSports.com.
It's been 17 years.
17 years.
Mark to the hoop, lays it up, around, and in, at the horn.
The Sacramento Kings are finally returning to the NBA playoffs for the first time since 2006.
Yes, indeed.
Where will they finish in the standings?
How deep a run can they make?
Tune into Sactown Sports at SactownSports.com Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the most in-depth Kings coverage in the 916.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave telling you something you already know, which is your time is important. That's why at American Energy Heat and Air, they make shopping for a new furnace or air conditioner easier with their new online quoting tool. All you got to do is go to AmericanEnergyAir.com and get an instant quote now, today. Do it right now. It'll help you determine what system you'll need to get and provide the best pricing options, all from the comforts of your home. You don't have to have somebody come out and walk around your house and blah, blah, blah. Just do the quoting tool. It's so easy. AmericanEnergyAir.com. Check out how easy it can be. A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. I absolutely love these folks. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, live from Portland. Brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Jiffy Lube, we've got you covered.
All right, welcome back. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, J-Mar's back in studio. All of you. Vivek once said, this is your team. Well, this is your show. And while we wait for our next guest.
He's ready.
Oh, he is ready. Oh, excuse me. I was going to vamp there. Well, then we'll get to that next.
I was being a little facetious via text message with you.
Yes, and thanks, because everything's super smooth this morning. So
I know. I know.
So
try to keep it light around here.
I first met our next guest in New York City when we were outside the St. Regis, getting ready to yell and scream at prospective, NBA owners. That were going to vote on the relocation. And he was there with many others getting ready to make their pitch, and a pitch that was eventually incredibly successful. Now, Kevin Johnson gets a ton of credit for saving the team, and he deserves it. Our current mayor, Daryl Steinberg, at the time was the president of the Senate state legislature, and really was able to use his not just his brain, but also his knowledge of how things work to really kind of smooth the road in so many different ways. He had his own version of the RV and the rallies, but a lot of that was with a lot of guys in suits and ties that weren't necessarily wanting to have public-private partnerships in a state like California. He's a guy that doesn't get enough credit, in my opinion. He's a guy that runs our city now and has for the last few years. My good friend and yours, Mayor Daryl Steinberg. Good morning, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for joining us on a Light the Beam Thursday.
Carmichael, Dave, and Jason. Did something happen last night? What happened?
It's day before opening day. That's what happened. Something about baseball, I think. I'm not sure.
Oh man, I mean, I watched you on television last night, and I could see the emotion, and I think it really reflects what everybody feels, Dave. And you've been you've been the leader of the fan base for so long, and today is a day of great joy. And why should we be so happy about a basketball team? Because we should be. Because it's a great thing to be happy and joyous about, our Kings. And you know what? All the suffering makes the moment just so much sweeter. I mean, if we were used to this, if this were, routine or expected, be different. But we ain't jaded. We are not jaded. We're happy.
Well, and I think we all want great things for the city, right? I mean, I think that's in every realm. And now to see a great basketball team taking place, what were your emotions like? You asked about you saw Dave. What was it like for you, Mayor, when the clock hit 0 and the Kings were going to the playoffs?
Well, I mean, I was with my son who's 26 now, and not good.
Did we lose you?
Can you? Hi, is that any better?
Yeah,
there we go. We got you. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was watching the game with my wife and my 26-year-old son, who grew up as a Kings fan, and I just felt complete happiness. I mean, and for the Kings themselves, and for the organization, for Vivek, Matina, Monty, the coach, the players, the entire organization, but even more so just for the people who deserve this. And, the world is full of tough things these days. Of course, we've been through a lot as a community, and we better enjoy the good and the great things. And this is one of the good and great things. And so I just felt enormous pride in my city, and in the fact that we have character, that we never give up and we stick with it. And in the end, sometimes good things happen.
Mayor Daryl Steinberg with us. I want to take you back, Mr. Mayor, because the show really is today for the fans. It's for the people, whether they were active in rallying or whether they just in their own way tried to keep this team here, or even just watched and cheered on. I want you to take us inside the St. Regis because I love hearing the story. I want you to take us inside the meetings. I want you to tell us about there was one Seattle Sonics fan there, and props to that person, but there was an entire city block in Manhattan of Kings fans. And Mr. Mayor, you could hear those fans chanting from inside the St. Regis. And whether it made a difference or not, I don't know. But the other owners, they certainly heard the passionate Kings fans that day in New York.
You better believe it made a difference. One of the things that gave us an advantage was the fact that David Stern and the NBA Board of Governors and the entire league knew that this fan base was unrelenting, and would support continuing to have the Kings in Sacramento. And that isn't something, to be taken for granted, because if we didn't have that to start, I think the outcome would have been very different. But there was also another issue, and that's why I got brought into this. The league did not believe that we could build an arena fast enough downtown to satisfy the league, because what David Stern said is you can't guarantee that you're going to build the arena and that there aren't going to be unending lawsuits and all kinds of controversies. Well, then the team will move to Seattle. So Mayor Johnson called me, and I always remember April 2013, and asked if I would take a red eye back to New York City to make the case that we could build this arena without lawsuits that would hold it up. And so I flew back. I was a little tired, but the adrenaline was pumping, and certainly helped see you and everybody cheering us on. And I went in there with the mayor. And David Stern asked me one very simple question. He said, are you willing to use your office to pass a law that would make it harder for anyone to stall the construction of the arena? And so even though it was a daunting challenge and I didn't know for sure whether I could or not, there was only one answer. And that was, of course, Mr. Commissioner, we're going to do it. And so he was satisfied. And then we went back, of course, and I introduced SB 743, which said that even if there was a lawsuit, that whoever brought the lawsuit could not stop the project. It couldn't halt the project. And it was controversial, and it was difficult, but we maneuvered our way through the legislative process. It helped that I was the leader of the Senate at the time. And 743 passed, and the governor signed it. And Governor Brown signed it, and that was, I think, the final piece that allowed us to move forward here. And, of course, the arena was built in record time. It is a magnificent building. It has helped save the downtown, and it is the home of the Kings. I mean, and it's a beautiful story, and I'm just, privileged that I got to be a small part of this of this moment because, and by the way, I go back much farther. 1995, I was a young city council member, and by a 5-3 vote, we approved Jim Thomas's request for a $70 million loan. And if I had woken up on the other side of the bed and had voted the other way, along with Jimmy Yee and some of my other colleagues, voted yes, by the way, the Kings would have been gone in 1995. And so this is not just a decade-long love story for me and for many. It goes back, God, almost 30 years now to 1997. Excuse me, not 1995, 1997. So it's that makes the moment even sweeter. It's just like struggle means joy when that struggle is overcome, and that's what we have tonight, and it's only the beginning.
Well, Mr. Mayor, we appreciate you joining us. If we're going to blow through commercial breaks, we're going to do it for the mayor of Sacramento. And I know you're a huge Giants fan. We got Rockland's Logan Webb going today and opening day against the Yankees. We're going to talk a lot more in the future, but just wanted to say thank you. Wanted you to be able to speak to your Kings fan constituents, and you talk a lot about teamwork. Teamwork makes the beam work, So we got more work to do.
This is all for today is all for the fans, man. The people deserve this. I couldn't be happier for everyone I represent, and outside the city as well, because the Kings are, about the entire region, and now it'll be about the entire state and the country as we go farther as we go deep into the playoffs. So that's right.
You got it. Thank you so much, sir. I know you're busy today. Thanks for checking in, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Bye, Dave. Bye, Jason. Bye-bye.
Bye, thank you.
Mayor of Sacramento, Mayor Daryl Steinberg joining us, somebody very, very much involved and very important in keeping this team here in Sacramento. Your phone calls, 1-800-920-1140. Your texts, 916-339-1140. We're live in Portland, Oregon. We will be here tomorrow as well. We'll have all your comprehensive coverage of your playoff-bound Sacramento Kings right here on Sactown Sports.
It's been 17 years.
17 years.
Back to the hoop, lays it up, around, and in, at the horse.
The Sacramento Kings are finally returning to the NBA playoffs for the first time since 2006.
Yes, indeed.
Where will they finish in the standings?
How deep a run can they make?
Tune into Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the most in-depth Kings coverage in the 916.
Great team, great team. Where's the defense? Defense! Okay, everyone take a break. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, asking, when is something too good to be true? when it probably is. And had I not experienced it for myself, this spectacular season would definitely qualify as too good to be true. So everyone out there in Radio Land, continue to enjoy. Something else that could seem too good to be true is Good Feet Arch Supports. But trust me, I've experienced firsthand the comfort, balance, and support possible with Good Feet Arch Supports. And so have countless others who have pretty much given up hope. It's time you felt good again. Take your feet to the Good Feet store for a free personalized arch support fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support missing in your life. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now Vacaville, online at goodfeet.com.
The clock is ticking. Get off the bench and head down to Fasteners Tool Outlet, where you'll find the lowest prices on DeWalt power tools and so much more. Why pay more at a big box store? Get a triple-double at Fasteners Tool Outlet with weekly and monthly offers, including up to 50% off select hand tools, batteries, power tools, and fasteners. Whether you're looking for a Festool sander, a Saw's top table saw, or a DeWalt impact driver, Fasteners Tool Outlet has the tools you need to do the job. Make a slam dunk with Fasteners Tool Outlet, 6701 Powell Road, or on the web at fastenersinc.net.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit revivemenshealth.com.
If the sticker price markups that new car dealers are demanding are scaring you away from a brand new vehicle, you can still get the vehicle you want and save thousands at M&S Auto on El Camino right off the Cap City Freeway. M&S Auto has literally hundreds of gently used but beautiful Silverados, Rams, and Tacomas. And if you love muscle cars, they've got Challengers and Mustangs too. M&S Auto Sales. Great cars and trucks and fair deals every day. Come and get yours. msautogroup.com.
Jiffy Lube's Country in the Park, Northern California's biggest country music festival of the year, is back May 5th and 6th at Cal Expo, starring Lady A, Chris Young, Brett Eldridge, and so many more. Plus, a Boots Boot and Line Dance Saloon, interactive lounges, and Sacramento's best food trucks. Weekend passes start at just $85. Tickets are on sale now at SactownSports.com. Country in the Park, brought to you by Attic Man Heating and Air Conditioning, Bill Eats RV, and Naughtywood Barbecue.
Rivercats fans, join us on Tuesday, April 4th for all the pomp and circumstance that the 2023 home opener has to offer. The smell of hot dogs, the chill of an ice-cold beer, and the crack of the bat. Purchase your tickets today, and you'll be able to say that you saw the Giants' top prospects before they made it to the show. Tickets are available now at rivercats.com. We'll see you at Sutter Health Park on Tuesday, April 4th for opening night with the Sacramento Rivercats.
Time to check out Coastside Medical Clinic, who's dedicated to providing breakthrough remedies for men.
Sactown Sports
Headlines. Good morning and happy Thursday with your Sactown Sports Headlines. I'm Jay Mars. Sacramento Kings fans, I am dying. I know y'all can hear that. Jason's laughing at me. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
What I was trying to say was the long local nightmare is officially over.
The horn sounds, and for the first time in 17 years, 16 seasons of frustration, 16 years of wandering in the desert looking for that oasis, the Kings have finally found the sparkling waters, the palm trees. It's not a mirage, it's the real deal. Sacramento has clinched first-round home court advantage in the playoffs that will be starting in a couple of weeks. Tonight's final score is 120-80.
Malik Monk led the Kings in a 40-point blowout with 19 points, 6 boards, and 6 assists. The Kings currently sit in the number 3 position, 5 games ahead of the Suns, and are 2 back of number 2 Memphis, with a chance still to take the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. It is opening night tonight for MLB. Your Oakland A's take on the Anaheim Angels of Los Angeles, California, Orange County, wherever the hell they're claiming they're from these days. Our coverage starts at 7 right here on Sactown Sports. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Giving you extensive Kings coverage live from Portland. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Jiffy Lube, we've got you covered.
In case you are just joining us, a good playoff morning for Sacramento and Greater Sacramento, which, by the way, Greater Sacramento, in my opinion, does cover Portland, Oregon, where Jason and I are right now. If you're watching on YouTube and you're going, why is Dave walking on the streets of Portland? Why is Jason in front of a painting in a hotel? It's because the way technical stuff worked out, we're kind of figuring it out. We do apologize for the occasional audio drop, but you know what? What says Sacramento more than being inundated with issues and on the fly, on no sleep, on no food, on no whatever, coming together to figure it out and make it work. 1-800-920-1140. We did. We scrambled like a bunch of eggs. 916-339-1140. And we've been taking phone calls all day, Jason. It's been one of the coolest shows I remember, just hearing everybody tell their stories and celebrate together.
Absolutely. I've loved it. One thing when we had the mayor on, it made me think about, the quest to keep the team, the quest to build downtown, how quickly they had to do it. Dave, you realize 2 weeks from Saturday or 2 weeks from Sunday, that home playoff game is happening. And as much as we dreamt of having the downtown arena, I know a lot of people thought of a downtown arena when the team is good. And now imagine Doco outside, the people inside. And that's game 1. And, there's a game 2 at home and maybe more series. I mean, this is the start of something spectacular. And I'm so ready for it.
I'm just at this point looking at moments where I need to figure out how to not cry. That first home playoff game, I'm just going to need to not hydrate so I have nothing coming out of my eyes.
Just cry. Let it go.
Just let it go, right?
Yeah.
Jay, back in the studio. Jay, where do you want to go here?
Let's go to Lisa on line 1. Good morning, Lisa.
Oh, good morning. This is Lisa Gonzalez from KCRA 3.
Hey! You say that, and I know you, and of course you should title yourself with the great people over at KCRA, our content partners, and I do believe it's always where the news comes first. But I'm gonna correct you. This is Lisa Gonzalez from El Camino High School. This is Lisa Gonzalez, a former dancer for the Sacramento Kings. I think I got the verbiage right there. This isn't just Lisa Gonzalez talking about the news. Where the news comes first. This is somebody that is one of the most, if not the most, diehard Kings fan I know. And knowing her, she wasn't crying last night because she's more mature than I am. But I'll bet you certainly were feeling the emotions of a long 16-year run.
Yeah, I mean, I was just happy that you had your popcorn, Dave, because if you don't have your popcorn, I knew it wasn't going to happen. So I was happy to see that you had your popcorn. Keegan broke that record, and all is well in the city of Sacramento and our surrounding areas. And it's not just for Sacramento. It's the entire region, like you all mentioned. It's just so exciting. So exciting right now.
What was it like for you last night, Lisa, when you saw it? When the clock hit 0, you knew the Kings were in. What were you feeling?
Well, I was watching it with my daughter, and the last time they were in the playoffs, I was pregnant with her. And she has been a diehard fan since she was born, basically. In fact, if you ever see Slamson's photo card, she's just a year old on the photo card with Slamson. And this morning, as I was listening to you guys around 7 a.m., she was in a car behind me driving down Highway 50. And I just thought, this is wild. I was pregnant with her the last time we were in, the playoffs, and now she's driving behind me on the freeway. So we were watching it together. I know you guys talked a lot about the father-son moments, but there are also a lot of mother-daughter moments. And for us, it's always been our thing. I don't care how much the tickets cost. I don't care what fees I'm paying. We're always at least, a couple of games in the home opener. We've gone through so many days. We used to wear purple wigs together, but when she got to be 13, she didn't want to do that anymore. But it's just been so fun. And I love hearing, all the different parents and the kids who are now adults talking about the memories that they have with their families, because that's really what the team is. I think for a lot of people in our region is that it was something that we could all come together and celebrate together, something positive. And you meet other families, you meet other kids while you're at the game. They become family, and it just goes on and on and on. And that goes back to the day the team rolled into town back in 1985 and what's now the Consumer Affairs Building.
Yes. Geez, as Lisa G. Joyce says, from KCRA Channel 3 is, again, representing a lot of Kings fans. I'm going to ask you the same thing, because you mentioned you've heard a lot of parents this morning calling in, and that really has struck a lot of us. And part of it is because it's kids calling in, kids that were kids when this team got here or maybe started, kids like you, like me, Jason, who now are parents and have passed down that Sacramento Kings fandom to their own. So I'm going to ask you what I've asked a lot of people. It's something I struggled with at times. Did you ever feel guilty? Did you ever feel like you were leading your children into this life of pain and suffering that you had to endure, and now you had put that on their shoulders? And does that make a day like today feel even better?
Yeah. And actually, when you said that, I went, yep. I felt so guilty. And, I only got one out of the two. I have two kids, but my son, right away, I mean, he was like 4 years old, and he would say, Mom, the only thing good about the Kings are the dancers and Slanson. And he became a Warriors fan. And I said, it's fine if you want to be a Warriors fan, but that's your team for life now, just so you know. You know what I mean? And I heard another parent say that too. It's you pick your team and you stick with it. But there have been times with my daughter that I felt bad. So many times. It's like, yep, another home opener, another loss. Oh, at the end of the season. Oh, another ending season. We didn't even make it to 40. It's like, I have felt guilty so many times, Dave. When you said that earlier today, I laughed out loud because it's so true. And it just makes it so much better. And I really just think this is the very beginning. In my talks with head coach Mike Brown, he's told me, look, Lisa, the playoffs, that's just the start. That's just the start. My major goal is, obviously to win a championship. So, I mean, if you think about it, it's like if you're going to Yosemite, we're now just at the base of El Capitan. We're just like at the base of the mountain. This is great. I know that the coaches are like overly excited about this. This is just like step one in like 20 steps that we have ahead of us.
Well, Lisa, yeah. And you said you were feeling guilty.
Minor goal for him.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. You said you were feeling guilty about that maybe with your daughter. I think the answer, though, is clear based on what your son, who he chose as fandom, first home playoff game, you're bringing your daughter, not your son. Right?
I mean, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I may bring both of them, though. I'm a good mom.
No. You leave that traitor at home, okay? You bring your good kid. Leave the traitor back home.
I'll never forget, and De'Aaron Fox and I talked about this the other day. I'll never forget. I even took him to De'Aaron Fox's camp, and he was talking smack to De'Aaron Fox, and he was like, 9 years old, and he had De'Aaron cracking up, but he was talking so much smack to him about the team, and I just thought, oh man, this is not good. But
yeah,
we'll see.
I'm trying to figure out where that kid got his sassy mouth from. I'll have to think about that for the rest of the day. My goodness gracious, Lisa Gonzalez joining us. Lisa,
this is step one. I'm so excited because this is just step one. We've got a long way to go, and I think we're going to go pretty far.
We're going to see you on the news today, I assume, at noon, and I'm sure you will be you'll be happily. I know you mentioned this the other day when you made me look like a horrible human. I know there's other things in this world that are far more important. I know there's other things in this world that one should take more seriously. But every once in a while, in a world that is filled with garbage, it's nice to allow ourselves to revel in the moment a little bit, isn't it?
It is, and I'm glad it happened last night and the way it did, and I'm just excited for everyone. And yes, you can join me today at noon, 4 and 5 p.m. on KCRA3 or KCRA.com. Either way.
I want everybody to know.
a lot of popcorn, Dave, for the first two playoff games. Someone needs to be in charge of making sure Dave has popcorn because that's the key to our success.
Well, and shouts to you, too, for putting it out there that maybe the best part of last night was the fact that I was in Portland, so nobody'd have to see me go streaking. Thank you, Lisa. It's a huge burst to my ego. Thank you for that.
Just all about, public safety and wellness.
We'll see you soon. We'll see you at the playoffs. Say hi to one of your kids, and we'll talk to you. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
That's Lisa Gonzalez. She's such a pro. Notice she came in, she titled herself, she did the plug for the show at the end, and that was a guest call. She's the best in the business, man.
She knows what she's doing. But again, what's with the son? Like we're talking about the Kings here, not Warriors.
You got Sam Amick's kids. You got one of Lisa's kids.
What are we doing?
It's just bad news bears. Jay, I believe we need to break here, correct?
Yeah, light the beam.
That beam needs to be lit. I need more water.
Someone give Jay some water. What happened back there?
Yeah,
I died.
Did he eat the jalapeno?
I think Jay Mars needs some vocal fry spray or something on his neck. Just swallow some Gold Bond. When we come back,
Sound like I should be doing a slow jam show.
More of Jason Ross, Carmichael Dave, and Barry White right here on your home of the playoff-bound Sacramento Kings, Sactown.
It's been 17 years.
17 years.
Back to the hoop, lays it up, around, and in, at the horn.
The Sacramento Kings are finally returning to the NBA playoffs for the first time since 2006.
Yes, indeed.
Where will they finish in the standings?
How deep a run can they make?
Tune into Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the most in-depth Kings coverage in the 916.
If you own a small business, you've probably been hearing a lot about the ERC, how it's worth up to $26,000 per employee, how easy it is. You know the spiel. So why am I still talking to you about it now? Because many of you still haven't filed a claim, but Innovation Refunds can help you close the book on this thing. They're backed by one of those big CPA firms the corporations use, so they can determine once and for all if your business qualifies. And it's free to find out. Go to innovationrefunds.com. That's innovationrefunds.com.
Heart failure, carpal tunnel syndrome, shortness of breath, stomach issues, lower back pain. How does it all add up? If you have heart failure and any of those seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, it's time to talk with your cardiologist and get the full picture. They may add up to transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy. ATTR-CM is a rare and underdiagnosed disease. Recognize the signs and discuss them with your doctor soon. Learn more at connectwithyourheart.com. That's connectwithyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and Second Opinion partner.
Who is hot?
Oh, I know.
Of course, it's your Sacramento Kings.
Yes.
Clinching a playoff berth for the first time since 2006. If you can do math correctly, the Kings literally haven't been in the playoffs in 17 years. That drought came to an end last night with a 120-80 victory over the wonderful humans known as the Portland Trail Blazers. Who's not?
Who's not?
Dave and Jason, who are off doing God knows what right now. Neither of them are in the broadcast.
You can't hear me?
So I will just, I guess, carry this until they get back.
Hold on. You can't. Can you hear me?
916-339-1140. We got one open phone line for you right now. Christopher Laud in studio with me. Chris,
Did you not hear
morning.
me?
Your mic is on.
Good morning.
Oh, Jason's back. Great. We got a little bit of professionalism. He don't even have his headphones and he can't even hear me. Look at him. Oh, I'm just going to type. I'll put my earbuds in. Hi.
Hi.
We've been on air. We've been on air for a while now, guys. How you doing?
No, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Can you not hear me?
No, I can hear you.
Could you not hear me before? My camera's not working right now. I'm walking back to where I was, but I was sitting there saying, "Hey, dude, blah blah blah." During who's hot, who's not. You couldn't hear me at all. Oh well, apologies for that. I should have camera here in just a second. You're right. The Sacramento Kings are incredibly hot, much like you're not. Actually, you're today's who's not.
Why?
Oh, by the way, YouTube could hear me, so apparently that was on your end. Because
No,
you're wearing that dumb jersey, dude.
Why? Wait, what do you mean by this dumb jersey? This
dumb
is a
gold
celebration jersey.
No,
That's how we celebrate?
That is a vomit jersey.
This jersey was from the last time they went to the playoffs. I'm retiring it after today.
Well, if that's how we celebrate, can I sign up for another 16 years? Because no one can see those. Blech.
Jeez. You know what? It's funny. I guarantee you there are people that do.
Like Steve A likes the celebration jersey.
Murph likes the jersey. That's the side you're on. Murph and you like the gold jerseys. That's the crowd you want to keep?
Well, at least I'm, bold enough to go on camera right now, unlike you.
Oh, be quiet. My goodness gracious. Golly. What do we want to do right now?
We want you to turn your camera on.
No,
there he is.
Am I not breaking up?
No, you're good.
Sorry. Golly. Jeez. 1-800-920-1140. 916-339-1140. Just to reset, we are in Portland, Oregon. At least two of us are. Jason Ross to my left. To my left on your screen. On your radio dial, Jay Mars below us. Just to remind you guys, we're doing a celebration with y'alls today, and that celebration will continue, but I expect the celebration will mute at some point or begin to mute and move towards anticipation of playoffs. But tomorrow on the program, we're scheduled to have Kevin Herter, Keegan Murray. By the way, I don't know if you know this. Keegan Murray is the all-time rookie three-point shooting leader of all time. Not Michael Jordan. Not LeBron James.
Nope.
Yeah, none of those schmoes.
And he's going to put some cushion on that record, right? 6 games to go. Let's get that thing over 200.
More yes, he will. I hope. And then we're also going to have the mayor of the Sacramento Kings, Harrison Barnes, at some point. And then we may get some coaches as well. 1-800-920-1140. 916-339-1140. Do we want to go to the phones, Jay, or do we want to do something else? You tell me.
Let's go to the phones. Jeez. Keegan mad. Rich has been on hold, I think, for over an hour now. Rich, good morning.
Wow.
Yeah, I just hit the hour mark. But hey, you know what? I'm retired, and I live down in the college area of San Diego, about 5 minutes from San Diego State. But I am a native Sacramentan, and I go all the way back to the days when Carmichael Dave was a caller on KHCK as Carmichael Dave, and I was Rich from Carmichael, okay? And so we go way back, and I'm really happy for, all the Kings fans, all you guys. But I actually met Dave years ago at the Palm Street Pub, and we had a short conversation. So we go way back, and a lot of good memories. But I actually worked. My wife and I moved down here to San Diego in 2000 in San Diego County. We've lived in 2 cities already. We're in La Mesa, right near the college, like I said. But I go back to the days when I went to all the playoff games when we were in the Western Conference Finals with the Lakers, and I worked for a landscape company, commercial landscape company up in Sacramento, and they had season tickets, and my brother and I stepped up and bought the playoff tickets package, and we went to every game, and KHCK sent my wife and I down to a playoff game in LA, and we won. So those were some good memories. But I'm getting ready to start one of the local sports bar places here in San Diego to start being a Kings house, because we got a lot of Kings fans here, and there's students that are from Sacramento, and some of them have even seen my bumper sticker, the Sacramento Kings, on my truck, and they've stopped me and said, "Hey, I'm a Kings fan too." So we're getting ready. I'm getting ready to start a campaign here with this little place to become a home of the Sacramento Kings, because we aren't, like Dave was saying, we've extended up to Portland, Oregon, but we're extending now all the way down south to La Mesa in San Diego County. So it's good times here, and I just really am happy to be a super big fan. I took 32 guests in Sacramento to the last big game when Kevin Herter, on December 30th, when Kevin Herter hit that 3. And I organized the whole thing from down here in San Diego and brought 30 guests from Sacramento, family and friends. And every time that I've organized trips like this, at the Kings game, something magical has happened. So I think I'm being rewarded for being a lifetime Kings fan. And my dad started it in 1985 when he was a season ticket holder, and just passed it on to family. And God bless his soul, he passed in 92, but he would be a happy man right now. He's smiling down on us because it's a beautiful day, man.
It is a beautiful day,
Thank you,
I
Rich.
thank you, Rich. I love the Palm Street shout out. I was going in that bar playing darts when I was 14 years old, drinking Pepsis. They all knew how old I was, so I wasn't, not that I wanted to, Jason, but I wasn't drinking. I was going in and playing darts, pool, and Indiana Jones pinball, watching Kings games with fellas like that. And then, by the way, after the game was over, this is no joke, and you know this, I'd sneak around the corner where it was quiet. I'd call 339-1140, didn't need an area code, and Jay Ross and Steve Buzzard were doing the post-game show, and we had a lot of really, really good times. It's kind of a cool little shout back. As by the way, I saw in one of the somebody sent me a screenshot of the one of the Kings Facebook groups, and it had a picture of me from being on TV last night, and this lady said, "Forgive me, I should know, but who's the older gentleman they keep showing on television?" Yeah. Who's the older guy?
Were you the older gentleman they were referring to?
Yeah, it was a picture of me from the TV broadcast, and she captioned it, "Forgive me, but who's the older," or she said older Kings fan they keep showing. I'm like, lady, yeah, you're right, actually. I guess I am. A lot of people older now. We all have maybe a little bit more gray in our beard, and maybe a lot of that gray in the beard is from this very team, but days like today make it all worth it. We have 1 hour left. We are in Portland, brought to you by our good friends at Jiffy Lube. It is a celebration show. The Sacramento Kings put an X by their names. They are playoff bound.
Yep.
We'll take you all the way till 10 a.m.
Sounds like the city woke up too, Dave, by the way. It's pretty loud behind you now.
Yeah, it's pretty loud. There's people walking by. And, Jay kept trying to blow me up. Jay, my camera was off because I was helping out a nice gentleman that needed bus fare and who was very he was very talkative about it. So we'll take a break. When we come
Why
back,
couldn't that be on camera?
Honest answer?
I want an authentic show out of you.
Yeah, I didn't feel comfortable doing that with the guy. We took care of it. He's on his way. Not sure if it worked for bus fare or not. Don't care. Light the beam. Screw it. We'll be back on SactownSports.com.
It's been 17 years.
17 years.
Back to the hoop, lays it up, around, and in, and the horn.
The Sacramento Kings are finally returning to the NBA playoffs for the first time since 2006.
Yes, indeed.
Where will they finish in the standings?
How deep a run can they make?
Tune into Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the most in-depth Kings coverage in the 916.
Some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we can take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Why have over 2 million people trusted their bath remodels to Bathfitter? When a normal day is anything but normal, we fit your schedule with our unique tub-over-tub process installed in just a day with no demolition. When high quality is the only quality that matters, we fit your standards. We've been remodeling baths for over 35 years, and every bath we install comes with a lifetime warranty. Get the bath you want in a day with quality that lasts a lifetime. Bathfitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas. Actual Pi customer.
The other workers' comp insurance company, they were going to reclassify our business, and then they were going to charge me $50,000.
Meet Natalie, owner of the carpentry shop. Shocked by an unexpected bill, she knew it was time to switch her workers' comp provider. That's when she found Pi Insurance.
When we got the quote back from Pi, it was a sigh of relief. They put us in a policy where we fit.
Is your small business overpaying for workers' comp insurance? See how much you could save at trypi.com. Plus, when you sign up for pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, not an estimate. So your workers' comp audit experience is simplified.
I'm grateful that there's a company out there that's willing to insure us little guys because every dollar counts.
With Pi Insurance, you get pricing and coverage made for small businesses. What are you waiting for? Ask your agent for Pi or get a quote in 3 minutes at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Great team, great team. Where's the defense? Defense! Okay, everyone take a break. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, asking when is something too good to be true? When it probably is. And had I not experienced it for myself, this spectacular season would definitely qualify as too good to be true. So everyone out there in radio land, continue to enjoy. Something else that could seem too good to be true is Good Feet Arch Supports. But trust me, I've experienced firsthand the comfort, balance, and support possible with Good Feet Arch Supports. And so have countless others who have pretty much given up hope. It's time you felt good again. Take your feet to the Good Feet store for a free personalized arch support fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support missing in your life. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now Vacaville, online at goodfeet.com.
Jiffy Lube's Country in the Park, Northern California's biggest country music festival of the year, is back May 5th and 6th at Cal Expo, starring Lady A,
Chris Young,
Kurt Eldridge,
and so many more.
plus a Boots Boot and Line Dance Saloon, interactive lounges, and Sacramento's best food trucks. Weekend passes start at just $85. Tickets are on sale now at Sactownsports.com. Country in the Park, brought to you by Attic Man Heating and Air Conditioning, Bill Eats RV, and Naughty Wood Barbecue.
Time to check out Coastside Medical Clinic, who's dedicated to providing breakthrough remedies for men.
KHTKAM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. It was a night to celebrate last night for your Sacramento Kings, as after 16 seasons and 17 years, they are returning to the NBA playoffs.
The horn sounds, and for the first time in 17 years, 16 seasons of frustration, 16 years of wandering in the desert looking for that oasis, the Kings have finally found the sparkling waters, the palm trees. It's not a mirage, it's the real deal. Sacramento has clinched first-round home court advantage in the playoffs that will be starting in a couple of weeks. Tonight's final score is 120-80.
Malik Monk led the Kings in the 40-point blowout of the Blazers with 19.6 rebounds and 6 assists. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, and Frankie Carticelli are live in Portland, covering everything and getting you in-depth action. Check it all out, SactownSports.com. MLB opening night happening at the Oakland Coliseum. The A's will take on Shohei Ohtani. And the Angels, our coverage begins at 7 p.m. right here on Sactown Sports. Those are your headlines. Back to Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
All right, so we've had a development
Jason has been in the hotel. I've been walking the streets of Portland, talking to Kings fans, and just generally really trying to get rid of the echo when we're in the same room together. Let me ask you guys this first. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Because my AirPods just died, and my AirPod charger is on the desk right in front of you. So
I see it.
I started walking back to the hotel so I could grab it, but there's a problem. I've been aimlessly walking around now for about a half an hour. I don't.
You don't know where you are.
I have no idea where I am, and
Google Maps, bruh.
I can't use my map now because if I do, I can't do the broadcast.
But you could have used it during the break and just screenshotted the directions.
I did. Well, no, but if I go to the
Liar.
camera, then I'm off. Smarty pants, smarty face.
Well,
So,
again, you can memorize them real quick. Can't be
you know
that
what?
many
You know what
directions.
you know what you can do?
Follow the sound of my voice.
I'm going to text you what you can do. How's that? 1-800.
Over here. Over here.
1-800.
I told you needed a producer on site, but nobody wanted to listen to me.
Hey, listen, man. We got a budget. We got to stick to it. As Josh Gold just said on Twitter, and we haven't spent enough time on the Twitter comments today. We apologize. He said today's broadcast is the epitome of a Sacramento show. Things go wrong out of the blue, but we're small, we're scrappy, and we're all heart. And dang it, that's kind of what it's been today. Small, scrappy, all heart, as Jason Ross is now walking around.
I'm going mobile to see. I'm going to look out the window to see if I can see you, Dave.
Dude, I'm on. I honest to God.
Is Dave out there, everybody?
Hey, I'm waving. I'm waving. Can you see me?
That's not him.
That's not Dave. That looks like a Blazer fan. They look upset.
I feel bad because I imagine we've had loaded phone lines all morning. 1-800.
We do. We have literally full phone lines right now.
Let's do all calls. Let's go. You guide us through while I try to find my way back.
Absolutely. We have Christina on line 1. Good morning, Christina.
Oh.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Oh,
What's up?
This is Christina. Christina, what's going on?
That's right. This is Christina Werner. What is up? I had to call in, obviously. Big day, big last night. It was hilarious seeing you on TV so much, Dave. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, well, if I'm not eating, I'm crying, Christina. But the funny thing,
That was perfect. I think you did both on camera, actually. I think you did both.
He did them well.
Christina was, and forgive me, but I like to do a little introduction for those who don't know, and most of you know Christina Werner, Christina's call on Twitter. She not only has provided us weather for years, but also has provided. I think she loves the Kings more than she loves weather, and I know she does.
Yes, that might be true. I definitely feel a connection to this team from obviously a very young age and almost losing them. I'm not even in town right now, but I wanted to call in because obviously it's a huge day, huge night. I need to get things done today, and I just keep watching social media, videos, pictures. I cannot get past how good this finally feels. And it's sort of just a relief, I think, too. And now we go into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
You going to be there?
Well, I don't know if I'll be there. I don't know how to explain to people. I'm not one of those fans that loves watching in person.
Okay.
I'm a little crazy, as you guys know. Via
We
Twitter.
weren't crazy.
It's not. It's better if I'm at home losing my mind as opposed to in the arena. So I probably will not. I know that's weird. I usually hit up a couple games, obviously a year, but I'm like when the 49ers won in 94, I stayed in by myself and watched the Super Bowl. When my teams are good and really have a chance to do something, I kind of become a hermit. I know that's weird, but I like to just enjoy it by myself. I don't know. I'm too panicked and too worried.
It probably is weird, but I identify with you. I get too manic. There's a reason. It's not just because I'm a big giant fatty that I'm always eating popcorn. It's because I get too nervous and I have to.
There's a nervous, yes. There's a nervous, just habit to it, and I don't like to necessarily have a drink until I feel comfortable that they're going to win. You know what I mean? I'm in a manic state almost when I'm that kind of just shook and nervous. But once the game's over, then I'm great. I'd probably be a great time. But at the game, I don't. It's tough. It's tough for me to focus. I don't know. I know that sounds crazy, but I love enjoying it from afar.
Well, just know, Christina, that Golden One Center embraces all sorts of crazy. You would be more than welcome.
No, I know. But I knowing me, I'll probably be a little bit of a hermit and just watch every second of everything I can. And then, I don't mind going out and seeing the beam later. That's totally fine.
There you go.
Well, just peeling back the curtain here a little bit, just so people understand, Christina has a special place in my heart, as many do. But what we do is we'll watch games and we'll fight with each other on text message all the time, and I won't repeat most of the stuff she said to me. Probably a lot of things many of you've wanted to say to me in the past, but I will ask you this publicly. Aren't you glad that we didn't trade Fox like you wanted to for all those years?
Oh, please. Okay, anyone who follows me knows, and yes, Dave and I have battled over and over and over about Fox. I am the biggest De'Aaron Fox stan, and I just want to say today, clearly, I was right.
Yes.
Let it be known, Dave, I was right.
Jury's still out, but
oh my gosh.
All-Star playoff. You know what? Broken clock's right twice a day, they say, Christina. I'll give you the win on that. And you know what? Sometimes it feels good to be wrong, doesn't it? I mean, you wouldn't know, but sometimes it feels good to be wrong. Enjoy your apoplectic, nervous, anxious run through the playoffs. And we're always an outlet here for you if you ever need to freak out with fellow psychotics.
Well, no, and I appreciate you guys, and it's just awesome you guys doing this and allowing fans to call in, because that's what this is about. It's about this team, obviously, but it's about the fans. And without the fans, the social media, that's what makes this Kings family so much fun. So thank you to you guys and to all the fans who interact on social media with me, with us. It's just, I love being from Sacramento. Sacramento proud, guys, no matter what. Thank you.
Thank you.
Light the beam, girl. That's Christina Warner, one of the greatest Kings fans I know. Yeah, here's what I want to do. We all know. Do we have time for another call, Jay?
We got about 1 minute, so we can push it. Let's go. You want one more?
Okay. Let's take one more. I found the hotel. Jason, what floor in this undisclosed hotel are we on?
Guess.
4.
4?
It's like celebrity birthdays. You'll just find it. You'll just guess.
16.
I'm going to mute, but I'm going to get in the elevator. Let's go to the next call.
All right, we got Ben. Ben's been holding 40+ minutes.
Wow.
Ben, appreciate you, buddy.
Ben's a diehard.
Hey, thanks, guys. I know you guys got to go real quick, so I'll make it as quick as I can. I want to go back to a little bit of nostalgia. My first game, 1992, I remember it was versus the Cavs. I was a little kid, and it was my first. I was maybe 5 years old. But I remember walking around Arco Arena, seeing all the little, you remember when they used to sell the little small mini basketballs of different teams? And I wanted to collect all of them. Obviously, the first one I got was the Kings one. But that was my first game, and it sparked my love of the game. I think that was when they had the black and blue and orange jerseys, the Cavs did. That always stuck in my head. And that it sparked my love for the Kings. And I continued it throughout the years. Obviously, I was old enough to remember the winning seasons in the early 2000s, and then I went on to deploy to Afghanistan, and people were making fun of me for watching the Kings even when we were losing in 2011, and just seeing it come to fruition. It's like you always have these perennial fans that are like, "Why do you like this team?" And it's like, you know what? It's an end game thing, So last night was such a great moment. I woke up all of my dogs when I screamed, when the buzzer rang, I screamed, all my dogs woke up, and it's just a different feeling for people that have been in it for so long, and you can't put a price on that. I love this team. It's such a great feeling. I love you guys. I know I've called in multiple times to your guys' show, but it's because I love you guys so much, and you guys do such a great job. So thank you so much. Go Kings. And Dave, the only reason your sister was in town was because she knew you were going to be out of town. So just remember that.
That's exactly right.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
Thank you. Thanks for your service too.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for your service. And that he does bring up a great point about my sister. I did not know she was in town. I knew she was coming into town for my dad's 80th, but a good thing she was there last night to help him figure out how to record things or whatever. It's a fun night and a fun day here in Sacramento. Well, if you're watching on YouTube, you saw that I found the hotel. I found my AirPods, and we will take a break as I charge them. When we come back, it's more of this. I think we probably have an open line at 1-800-920-1140 for FCC regulations. I'm going to turn my camera off because I got to pee. So we'll be right back right here on SactownSports.com.
It's been 17 years.
17 years.
Back to the hoop, lays it up, around, and in, at the horn.
The Sacramento Kings are finally returning to the NBA playoffs for the first time since 2006.
Yes, indeed.
Where will they finish in the standings?
How deep a run can they make?
Tune into Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the most in-depth Kings coverage in the 916.
Hey there, Jason Ross here to tell you about my friends at ACR Solar. ACRSolar.com is the place to go. You don't want to wait as long as the drought, right? 17 years for the playoffs for the Sacramento Kings, 16 seasons, 17 years to get anything done for your house. You don't want to wait that long. You just can't. You can't afford it. You know, I took you over here for those of you on the YouTube. Look at some of these roofs here in these industrial area by the hotel. They need some help. They need some ACR Solar. They need some love, like we got at our house. And I could thank the great folks at ACR Solar, ACR Home Services as well. They've done so many amazing things, and they can do it for you as well. Like I said, solar's in their name. For us, we needed a brand new roof, and we took the time to talk to multiple roofing companies. We knew we had to get that job done because we've been in our home a long time. The roof wasn't going to make it another year, and we got it done thanks to the folks at ACR Solar. The partnership was right when we met with them. The communication felt right, and I'm so glad we got that done because all the rain that we continue to have in Sacramento would have been bad news for us at our home. But now we've got peace of mind. We got a brand new roof over our head, and we've improved our home value. We just feel great about it, and I know they can do the same for you. So if it's solar, home service needs, roofing, whatever it might be, make sure you check out ACRSolar.com.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, live from Portland. Brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Jiffy Lube, we've got you covered.
Welcome back. I think I was just accidentally sitting outside where everyone's eating. I just got a bunch of weird looks.
I can smell the food. Is the food out there yet?
Dude, the food, it smells amazing. And I don't want to, I want to respect everybody's privacy. It's morning. People are waking up. I don't want to, intrude on anyone. So I'm checking around here. That's not going to work either. Good morning. Welcome in. Carmichael, Dave, Jason Ross, taking all the way till 10 a.m. Our thanks to Jiffy Lube. Why am I outside?
Come back in here.
Well, then it's all echoey.
What if I go to my corner? Nobody puts me in the corner.
Oh, we could try that.
Don't you guys have a room?
It's one room. It's
Okay, so one in the room, one in the boardroom.
No, I mean that's what we have. No, we don't have a room like that. We have just the boardroom. I'm showing everybody the boardroom.
Ruby,
you guys slept in the boardroom last night?
No. We have an Airbnb, but we came over to the hotel.
I got you.
Sorry, I was lost. I'm coming back.
I hear you. Follow my voice. My voice.
That's the stairs.
There.
Okay. Hi, Jason.
Hi. I'm going over there.
You go over there. I'm going to be here. Hopefully, you guys aren't hearing any sort of an echo. Let's go back to the phones. 1-800-920-1140. And of course, you can text us at 916-339-1140. Jay, who do we have?
Let's see. Who's been on hold the longest? That would be Rax.
Rax.
Hey. Hi.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me, Dave and Jason.
Hey, thank you.
I just last night was just a whirlwind of emotions. I'm 28 years old. My first interaction with the Kings was in first grade when my teacher would bring in all the all-star ballots and have all 30 of us just fill them out for every Kings player. In second grade, we would VHS the games, and my second grade teacher would let us watch them, and we'd have group reading time, and she would let me go to the side of the class. There was a game that night and make signs like Nash belongs in the trash. We were playing the Mavs. And all the way up through college when I had like 300 level media courses and communications courses, and we had to do a blog, and I picked it on the Kings. And I think I got 100% on every episode because the teachers loved that idea so much. But this is just such a big deal. I mean, Sacramento Kings fans, the team, the franchise, we are at first and goal at the 1 yard line. And just some shout outs to Jason Thompson, Francisco Garcia, people like Jack Cooley, Tankathon always being there for years, Boogie, Kings Twitter, Grant and Jerry. Just and thanks to you guys for always making it fun over the years where it hasn't always been fun.
That's a great call, and that's a lot of great shout outs there. And honestly, he mentioned, for example, Jason Thompson, Francisco Garcia, Tyreek Evans, Dante Green. I'm naming all the people. Marcus Thornton.
No.
I mean, yes, shout outs to all those guys, but also those were all the guys that came out. Everybody jokes about me being on the ladder, but you got to remember the players getting on the ladder, the players grabbing the microphone on that fateful night after a loss, after an overtime loss, if you will, to the hated Lakers and Kobe Bryant. And they still came out and they still addressed the fans. And they're not here now, and they never got a chance to see the playoffs. But when it counted, Isaiah Thomas, who wasn't on the ladder, but was at a ton of city council games, it made a big difference. And Jason, I think whether they were watching on Sports Center, I know some of them are in foreign countries right now, still playing and holding on in their careers. I think they all had a big smile on their face.
Yeah, they should have. I mean, I think this whole thing is about players of the past, coaches of the past, fans all this time. Just the longevity of this team, this organization, and the city. This moment really, to me, is for everybody, and that's what's so great about it.
You know what? I got to ask you, Jay. I can hear Jason. I can hear the echo. I just want to see how it is on your end. If it's just
pretty crappy.
What?
Oh, pretty bad.
It is pretty bad. All right, I'm leaving again.
Okay.
Sorry, Jason. Love you.
I thought that was fun. We had our time together.
I'll say this, Dave. I'm really happy you're getting your steps in today.
Yeah, he is.
I am getting my steps in. No, for sure. I'll get back on the elevator now. And
oh no, echo's gone now.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to be. There's Kings things happening around me, and I'm seeing familiar faces. I certainly don't want to invade their privacy.
Oh, come on, insider stuff.
Yes.
Come on.
Invade.
It's that rule.
Shoot the ball, man.
Shoot the ball the right way. Who do we have on the phone lines?
Let's go to now on hold for 50 minutes, man. We got some people with some endurance today. It's Mel. Hi, Mel.
Oh my goodness, it's amazing to be on the phone, on air to the station I always listen to in the morning. And last week,
hey Mel.
In the morning.
Mel, can you take us off speaker?
Oh, okay.
Good work, Jay.
Thanks.
Yeah,
that's Mel.
Oh, there we go. There's Mel. There's the real Mel.
Yeah, that's real Mel. I just want to say I spent so much time keeping my eyes dry because it's really deeper than this thing that's going on is really deep. This whole thing is really deep. I just want to go back and talk about how my mom brought me into the Kings long time ago. Bless her soul. I would come to visit her and she would say, "Hey, those Kings are really doing good." This is way back with Chris Webber and Vladdy and Peja and J. Will. And I started tuning into the Kings then. And I was like, oh, and Mom was always about supporting the local guys. And she was always about the Kings, even before they started doing good back then. And then she passed away. And I was somewhat into the Kings, but it was a whole lot of years of shaming and just embarrassment. and I couldn't take it, so I had to jump off the bandwagon because it was embarrassing. It was hurtful. The disrespect, I just couldn't handle it. I wasn't that tough. I just denied I knew anything about the Kings, and then oh my goodness, this team right here is so special, and they're really good. I mean, they're getting past to the point where you don't have to worry about the refs blowing a call. They go past the refs and put enough cushion in there to go past a bad call here and there, and unlike the years before. And I just want to say, Mom in heaven, the Kings are really good this year, Mom. They're really doing good, Mom.
Awesome. Thanks, Mel.
Thank
wow,
you, guys.
that's touching. Thank you.
That is. Thank you, Mel. That's what it's all about.
Why are we cutting onions all show?
I know, right? Why are we cutting onions?
Those Portland jalapenos.
Let's move on. 1-800-920.
We got to go to break.
Oh, we got to go to break. All right.
We got to let the bean.
But we have more calls. We still have more calls.
Okay, more calls. We'll hit the break. When we come back, more calls. Final half hour of the program right here on Sactown Sports.
It's been 17 years.
17 years.
Who plays it up, around, and in, and the horn.
The Sacramento Kings are finally returning to the NBA playoffs for the first time since 2006.
Yes, indeed.
Where will they finish in the standings?
How deep a run can they make?
Tune into Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the most in-depth Kings coverage in the 916.
If you are like the thousands of people that take advantage of March for replacing your heating and cooling system, then this message is for you. Hi, I'm Mario, owner of Attic Man Heating and Air, and March is the most popular month for replacing old, inefficient heating and cooling systems because of milder temperatures and end-of-winter rebates. If you've even contemplating replacing your old AC system, act now. Take advantage up to 5 years of interest-free financing and 10-year warranties. I know, it sounds way too good to be true, but it is true. 10 years of worry-free operation, but you have to book online today at atticmanhvac.com. Attic Man Heating and Air.
There's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. And at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, we are proud to provide our best selection to get you there. Buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claim based on 2022 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company's own report.
When you're ready to get properly fitted for golf clubs, join the thousands of Northern California golfers who visited the indoor-outdoor Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio. Players of all abilities found the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio offers answers to questions about golf club fitting. You'll find a professional staff of fitters, major equipment brands, and cutting-edge technology featuring TrackMan. See for yourself at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway. Call 916-808-2531 to schedule your fitting. 808-2531 for longer, straighter drives.
Hi, guys. It's Mark with Coastside Medical Clinic. Are you struggling with ED and sick of the pills? Well, we have a major medical advancement that has helped thousands of men. Our WAVE technology is backed by 60 clinical studies, including from Cambridge University. It's been shown to increase blood flow by repairing blood vessels. No pills and no side
And then
effects.
you'll be right back
If you're
at
ready
10.
to put a stop to
We
your
gotta figure out how to do
ED,
all
call
that
us
stuff.
now. And not only will the assessment and blood flow ultrasound be free, but we'll also include something unique that produces
Camera maybe in
powerful
my-
results. You're going to love that
Can
one,
help?
guys. Trust me. This unprecedented
'Cause I'm a
offer
house
is
we're
worth
recording
$600,
it. We don't
but
even
it's
need all that
free
stuff,
to those who call in the next 2 minutes. Call 916-603-2000. That's 916-603-2000. Guys, put a stop to your ED and get your life back. Call Coastside Medical Clinic now to qualify. 916-603-2000. That's 916-603-2000.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. 17 years later, the Kings are finally returning to the NBA playoffs.
The horn sounds, and for the first time in 17 years, 16 seasons of frustration, 16 years of wandering in the desert looking for that oasis, the Kings have finally found the sparkling waters, the palm trees. It's not a mirage, it's the real deal. Sacramento has clinched first-round home court advantage in the playoffs that will be starting in a couple of weeks. Tonight's final score is 120 80.
The Kings' Malik Monk led the team in that 40-point blowout with 19.6 rebounds, 6 assists. Of course, you can get all the coverage from Portland with Frankie Carmichael, Carmichael Dave, and Jason Ross at SactownSports.com. It's opening night in MLB, and the Oakland A's are at home tonight at the Coliseum. They'll be taking on the Angels. Our coverage starts at 7 right here on Sactown Sports. Those are your headlines. Back to Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Giving you extensive Kings coverage live from Portland. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Jiffy Lube, we've got you covered.
Welcome back.
Yes.
I'm going to bring us back. Jason, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor if you would.
Okay.
I was looking to find something a little quieter, and I saw a stairwell.
Yeah.
Well, I'm locked in the stairwell right now.
Oh, come on.
It's just outside your door and the first door on your left.
Uh-huh.
And I was wondering if at your leisure you might open the door for me so I can, be. I mean, I'm literally locked in a stairwell.
So my choices are leave you in the stairwell or go open the stairwell
Which
door?
is option A, by the way.
I can hear Verlon in the back.
I heard it too. And just saying that out loud and hearing that was worth it for me.
You know what? It absolutely
And you
was.
notice I haven't moved yet.
I'm fine. That's good. This is my new home now. I am now.
You know what? Is there
stairwell?
I can slide like a tortilla under the door. Some snacks.
It's kind of garbage because I even tested it first. And look, I can do this.
Oh, I hear you knocking. Well, that's going to get annoying. I guess I better be on the move.
No, that's
to the
very
chair
sweet
over
of you.
here.
Let's go to the phones. 1-800-920-1140.
Let's see if I can find Dave.
1140.
Oh.
Jay, who do we have?
We have Tyler. Good morning, Tyler.
Morning. How are you guys doing today?
Great.
Oh, we're good. How are you doing?
Doing well. Great day to be a Kings fan. I just wanted to share a quick story from earlier this season. Actually, the first home opener. I was at that game with my father. We've been season ticket members for about 10 years now. And at the end of the game, although it was an unfortunate loss, I actually had a buddy who worked as a locker room attendant who was under the tunnel and overheard Damian Lillard say something to the effect of, man, it looks like another losing season or not making it to the playoffs. And so although I wish we had gotten that win for the fans against the Timberwolves at home, it was kind of nice to get it in Portland, although Dame wasn't playing. But just kind of a nice cherry on top to an already amazing season.
Dude, that's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Jason. Sorry.
No, that's it. I mean, to think about it, I saw we had a text earlier too, or on the YouTube, someone had mentioned that same kind of thing where the season opened with that loss to Portland and it started with that 0-4 beginning, and you're thinking, man, what's this season going to go? And for it to not end, but to cap it with a playoff appearance with a win in Portland was pretty sweet.
1-800-920-1140, 339-1140. Jay, who do we have next?
We have from the mean streets of Redding, California, Rusty. What's up, Rusty?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good, Rusty. How are you?
Hey, good morning, gentlemen, and you too, Jay Mars.
Hey, good morning, Rusty.
Everyone, family and the Sacramento Kings. I think back, my son and I, we've been fans for a long time. Think back to the 2002 playoffs. My mother-in-law from Redding at the time, I was living in Oregon at that point, back in California now. She sent me those, I don't know if you remember, they were the Pepsi cans, the 12-ounce cans that had the Kings players on the back. You guys remember those?
I do.
We had those. She sent them to us throughout that whole season. We never opened the cans. That would have been bad luck. They're still not open. I've got them somewhere in my garage. We put them on the table facing the television. As the game would go on, if Bobby wasn't shooting real well, he'd take the can, shakes a little bit, move it towards the television, move it back a little bit as we needed to. May not have helped any, but it made us feel a lot better. Back on May 26th, certain Laker we won't talk of, made a shot. When that happened, I ran to the back door, opened it up, screaming no. I turn around. My son's 11 years old at that time. He's on the floor, face down. That's the kind of passion and fandom that the Kings brought back then, and it's really, really cool to see it now. We may not be coming up on the Western Conference Championship yet, but I got to tell you guys, it feels just as good. And lastly, before I go, I really appreciate you guys. I don't get to listen to you live working during the day, but I'll listen to you on the podcast on the way home, sometimes text in and catch up. Today was a day I happened to be traveling somewhere. So glad I got to share this time with you.
Thank you.
Thank
That's
you
awesome.
very much. I'm sorry, I'm on an elevator, and that was quite awkward. Let's go to the next phone. I'm on an elevator with a gentleman behind me, and I'm trying to walk around and be obscure, but at the same time, do the radio program. And while we were doing all that, I had to go steal a charger from our friend Katie, who was none too happy to see me at 9:30 in the morning. But maybe she should have tried getting up at 4 a.m. like you and I did, Jason. Where's the commitment? Let's be honest.
Great point. We're the real heroes, right?
I would say we are the real heroes. Jay, do we have time for another? Or do we need to take a
Yes,
break?
we do. Nope, we're good. We have Garrett on the phone. What's up, Garrett?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Garrett.
Good morning. It is, man. This is a feeling I haven't felt in 17 years, as you guys know. I've been a fan my whole life, watching games with my dad back when Mitch Richmond, Corliss Williamson, way back then. Man, it has been such a fun journey this year. I've actually been like FaceTiming my dad while the game's going on, and we'll both watch it together over FaceTime, and having that experience with him again was just awesome. I had my bonus son right there with me. We were watching. It was just it felt amazing. And the call earlier with your dad, Carmichael Dave, was, man, I think there were jalapenos in everyone's coffee this morning. That was amazing. This team is incredible. The one thing I want us fans to remember, though, no matter how far we go this playoff season, no matter how far we take it, remember today. Remember today how we feel, how proud and amazing this team feels right now. Remember this. Don't forget it. Bask in it. Enjoy it. Love it. I love this. I love this team. Let's go, Kings.
There you go.
That's. Can you have a better phone call than that?
Nah,
Jason,
perfect.
You want to talk about a community that has stepped up so much. You know, I don't mind the calls if somebody wants to call in and just be like, "Oh my God, King of the Best, roar!" Like, great, awesome, super. But just the way people are able to so brilliantly go into and share their own stories, to share their own perspectives, and really drive home why this is such a big deal. I know this is. Well, I won't say as much because it's a different type of fun this morning, but this is as much fun as I had last night. I don't know about you, but just hearing everybody do this, and knowing that you and I and the rest of the team at 1140, we have sat through many years of garbage, and we all yell at each other, yell at fans yell at us, blah, 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 blah. This is part of it being so worth it, just hearing the happiness and the emotion in everyone's voices.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, obviously, this is entertainment. It's fun. You want it to be fun. And if you've picked the Kings as your form or a form of entertainment, you're taking, whether you watch the entirety of the game, you go to the game, you listen on the radio, portions of the game, you have spent some form of time, whether that's your own or with friends or with family. And for the most part, the people we're hearing from, Dave, it's been lots of time, and it's been years, or it's been memories with parents, father, son, mother, daughter, siblings, friends, all this stuff. It's all been things that have been going on. And whatever amount of time that is, that's an attachment you get to that. And you can see what it's meaning to people. And it's moving. It's really awesome to hear.
Oh, hold on. I got to pop him back in. He disconnected. You're back.
Okay.
All right. Well, I disconnected for a reason, because in the middle of a dog walk, while his lovely bride is right over there, the man, the myth, the legend. Look who I ran into, guys.
Hey,
what's up, fellas? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Coffee in the morning.
Coffee in the
Playoff
morning.
appearance in the morning.
Yes.
In the morning.
How much sleep did you get last night?
About 5 hours. Was really amped up. really excited after the win. Tough to go to sleep. Had a little get-together with some of the staff members after, and I took 2 Excedrins before I came downstairs here this morning. So, hey, it was worth the pain, though, man. It wasn't quite, it was 17 years worth for a lot of our Sacramento people. So I was just really happy for everybody.
I don't want to keep you. I do want to say that we're in our 3.5 hour of the show. All morning, we've had people calling, crying, sharing memories with their children, sharing memories with their late parents. My dad called in, got me. I heard you guys talking on the air. Finally, when I got home, people sent me the clip yesterday of all the emotions. Katie cracking me for eating too many tacos. But you said something about you as an outsider, saw the fans rallying, saw what it meant to the team. It's almost so weird, Mark, and awesome that you getting this job, you coming here, being a national guy, being a Canadian, having I wouldn't say having no connection to Sacramento, but being on the other end of the, it so much made sense. You've really fit in here, and we're in the playoffs.
Dave, I feel the passion of the fans here in Sacramento. My wife and I are right in Midtown, right around, 28th and Capitol. And every morning on my walks, I stop and speak with guys in the corner and hang out for 15, 20 minutes and hear the stories about the team almost leaving and being saved and staying here, and previous ownership, present ownership with Vivek and the players. And I love it because at heart, I'm a basketball geek, right? And I love the fact that this team, with the populist movement, man, that you were part of the face of, kept the team here. And because I've seen teams leave before. It happens, and to be able to, fight and have them stay, have them succeed this year, and go through, 17 years almost of drought to get to this moment. You really have to celebrate these moments sometimes because they don't happen a lot, and they'll probably happen a lot more frequently now with Mike and the present staff here. But you have to celebrate when you work and wait so hard for something, because you have to stay in the present and enjoy it as much as you can and soak it in, and then at the appropriate time move on. But you're not doing yourself justice if you don't listen to these stories of the fans here and you don't immerse yourself in it. And I've thoroughly enjoyed that.
Well,
hey, Mark, did Dave buy you that coffee? Because Dave said he was buying anybody coffee that came up to him.
Mark can't hear you. Jason wants to know if I bought you that coffee or someone else did. I think you got that.
It came with the hotel room, man. It's saving me right now.
You got a dog to walk. This is such a great moment. I want to see if I can get it right because this is on the fly. I appreciate the shout out you gave me, but I do want to say this. Everybody else, it was such a team effort. And Mark, somebody said this once, I was simply a sophistical rhetorician inebriated by the exuberance of my own verbosity. Guy got it. Yes.
I love it. That was smooth, man. That was eloquence at its finest. The quintessence of it.
Yes, the quintessence. Nice.
We got a lot in common, bro.
That's Vocabulary 101 with us. Mark, thank you so much. Congratulations. We got a lot more work to do, huh?
You got it, yes.
Make sure those Nationals let you call a couple Kings games,
Hey,
please.
listen, there's going to be something big coming up on ESPN pretty soon on the Sacramento Kings. I'll leave it right there, okay? I'm working on it.
Please apologize to your lovely for us for letting me take
you got it. You got it. I'll catch up with you.
See you, brother. That's Mark Jones. Hey, you never know who you're going to run in on the street corner.
That's right.
I can't believe I nailed that quote. That's like the highlight of my life right there.
You still need to buy him a coffee.
I do need to buy him a coffee.
You know what? We need to light the beam, so while we light the beam, you can buy him coffee.
That's what we'll do. We'll light the beam. We'll take a break. When we come back, we wrap up the show with the rest of your phone calls at 1-800-920-1140. We're in Portland celebrating a Kings clinch. They're going to the playoffs, and it's all brought to you by Jiffy Lube. We'll be right back.
It's been 17 years.
17 years.
Who plays it up, around, and in, at the horn.
The Sacramento Kings are finally returning to the NBA playoffs for the first time since 2006.
Yes, indeed.
Where will they finish in the standings?
How deep a run can they make?
Tune into Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the most in-depth Kings coverage in the 916.
The Amish have a reputation for craftsmanship, determination, and quality. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. You know, those virtues sound quite similar to the Keys family and the day-to-day values on display at Naturewood. The Amish furniture craftsmanship begins with the finest hardwood, shaping and molding the raw materials into one-of-a-kind art. In addition to the classic styles long sought and revered by discriminating furniture lovers, Naturewood Home Furnishings offers a vast selection that includes transitional, modern, farmhouse, arts and crafts, and other stunning styles, all available in the ultimate Amish standard of excellence built over centuries. All Naturewood Amish furniture is on sale right now for a limited time. Let the Naturewood team guide you through their selection of Amish furniture that will be with you forever. Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel. At Elk Grove Honda, we'd like to help you purchase your next new Honda. Right now at Elk Grove Honda, new Hondas are arriving on a regular basis, including the newly designed CRV, new design Accords, exciting Civics, and much more. And Elk Grove Honda's pre-owned inventory offers choices there as well. So give Elk Grove Honda a chance to show you the new or pre-owned Honda you're looking for. We are Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard, or visit us at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Great team. Where's the defense? Okay, everyone take a break. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, asking, when is something too good to be true? When it probably is. And had I not experienced it for myself, this spectacular season would definitely qualify as too good to be true. So everyone out there in radio land, continue to enjoy. Something else that could seem too good to be true is Good Feet Arch Supports. But trust me, I've experienced firsthand the comfort, balance, and support possible with Good Feet Arch Supports. And so have countless others who have pretty much given up hope. It's time you felt good again. Take your feet to the Good Feet store for free personalized arch support, fitting, and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support missing in your life. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now Vacaville, online at goodfeet.com.
Beach Bar Rum, Santo, and Sammy's Beach Bar Cocktails present Sammy Hagar and the Circle. Friday, July 14th, the Lake Tahoe Outdoor Arena at Harvey's. The party you don't want to miss. Sammy Hagar. Tickets on sale Friday, March 31st at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com and 8concerts.com. Don't miss Sammy Hagar and the Circle.
Folks, there's been some swings and misses, but he's at bat now, and here's the swing. This could be at least a triple, a home run.
Are you looking for a grand slam? Regain and optimize your performance. See what Pacific Men's Clinic can do to make your love life the best it can be. Pacific Men's Clinic's safe and pain-free, clinically proven procedure breaks up plaque and stimulates the growth of healthy new blood vessels. Call for your free consultation now at 916-545-7577. That's 916-545-7577.
Birthdays are meant to be spent with family and friends, and nothing brings family and friends together better than freshly baked and home-delivered crumble cookies.
Giving you extensive Kings coverage live from Portland. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Jiffy Lube, we've got you covered.
That's old. You hear us, Jay?
You sound great.
Do we really? Or are you?
No, you guys sound fun. No, you guys sound good.
Okay, so Jason is holding his little tiny handheld mic. It's not the size. It's not the size of the mic. It's the voice in it. I was down to my phone lasted to 3%. It lasted to the final segment, and we didn't want.
Well done, phone.
We didn't want to take a chance. The AirPods, those are out, and coming up in about 15 minutes when we're off the air, we're going to be talking to a cavalcade of folks that are
a cavalcade. You say?
Yes, and Frankie has joined us. He's been
over
posting,
there.
and we should probably definitely plug that. Frankie's doing a wonderful job up here. Make sure you look for all his content over at Sactown Sports. Get over here, Frankie.
He's wearing his Yankee shirt. Is Frankie the Yankee?
Let me see. Can I?
It's
hey guys,
delayed. We're delayed.
It's delayed. Okay, yeah. It's delayed, but
Frankie, you couldn't have waited till after the show to put the Yankee shirt on.
I know, right? Let's see. Does that work? Look at that.
What's up, Giants fans?
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
I know I'm short, but come on.
Hi.
I know I'm short, but come on.
How's that
Bad
look, dude?
person.
Jay, are you feeling better?
I'm getting there. A lot of water.
Okay, you sound great.
Thanks.
Yeah, you do. What's coming up on SactownSports.com?
Well, we're gonna have some sit-down interviews with you guys coming up here in a few minutes. So we'll pump those out tomorrow. They'll be available once they go live on the air. We have some recap stuff from last night. We have some end of drought footage from the locker room. De'Aaron Fox, Harrison Barnes, Malik Monk, Mike Brown. A lot of good stuff.
Wow.
Did you get hit with champagne last night? Was there champagne?
No, I got hit by a drop of water though.
For the Keegan celebration?
Keegan was going crazy with the water. Yeah.
The craziest thing in the locker room was like music.
They were having a good time.
That was it.
It wasn't like I think we were you and I, Jason, talking about like the champagne celebrations and MLB. It wasn't like that, but they were bumping some music. They were having a good time. Just no champagne involved.
Did you guys? I know you guys. Did you see any of Keegan's post game with the TV crew?
No.
It was the best thing ever. So it was either Katie or Mark had mentioned him, like, "Oh man, you're gonna be walking into the playoffs looking, real dapper, real good." And he's like, "I'm just gonna wear what I wear all the time," just like that, and takes the headset off and walks away.
I mean, honestly, what's better than that?
That's Keegan.
That's Keegan.
Yeah.
Keegan Murray, by the way. I don't know if you've heard that call or response.
Oh,
yeah.
I haven't.
Hey,
I want to hit a thumbs up.
Hey, hit a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Jay, I want to try. I know we don't have a lot of time left. Do we still have people on hold?
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's
go
run
to
through.
Paul Ali. I hope I'm saying that right. Good morning. How are you?
Hello. Is that?
Yep, you're there. You're on.
Hey, how's it going, gentlemen? Thanks for having me. Hey, today's a great day in Sacramento. I hesitated to call in, but on a day like last night, I had to call in, share my story. Quick story. I touched on what Dave was talking about. Lifelong Niner fan, Kings fan. I apologize. I'm driving right now. One time, my son came up to me after the Niners lost and was like, "Pops, why do we like the Niners and the Kings? They are horrible." And I told my son, I said, "Son, it's going to be a time." And so I was able to live my life to see my son watch the Niners turn that circle. Yeah, as last night, my son is 23 now. When the game, I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional, but
That's okay. This is an emotional day.
I get a phone call. My son calls, go, "Pops." He said, "We did it. And we are in the tournament, Sactown. We are in the tournament." And now I'm sat like this. And Dave, when a camera panned to you and you're standing there, I stood up and I pumped my chest and I hit my chest. I was like, Sactown in the building. I just recently purchased a home in Plumas Lake, residential. Everybody from the Bay all moved up there. I ran out last night yelling out, "King, like the beam, like the beam." Sactown, we in the house. And I just have to share my story because as a parent, just to see that, like, oh man, it's amazing. It's an amazing day to be a Sactown Kings fan. Whew.
And how many times, how rare has it been? I mean, we're always proud to be Kings fans, but the jubilation you guys are hearing, the pride, the emotion, it's great, man. It's really cool. Let's move on. Jay, who we got next?
We got Tim. What's up, Tim?
Yo, I'm on.
You're on.
You guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, what's up with you guys, man? How's Portland, Dave?
Hey, you know what? I got my steps in today, that's for sure. I've ridden a couple elevators, but Portland is Sacramento North today, Tim.
Sacramento North?
Yeah, that's what I'm calling Portland. It's Sacramento North because we have such
north of Sacramento.
Yeah, that too. We got such a presence here, you know.
No, I hear you, man. You guys taking over. Mark Jones, you guys are adding color to the city, which is purple.
How are you feeling?
That's all. I'm feeling great, man. You can hear it in my voice, man. I'm happy.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you, and we got you covered all day long and throughout the playoffs, my brother. Thank you for your time, Jay.
Man, you know it. All right, take care, Jason.
See you. Who's next?
Ben is next. What's up, Ben?
Hey, great. Thanks for providing this outlet for us. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I just want to talk about my bona fides. I've been a season ticket holder since 1985, day one. From what I know from the Kings organization, there's only approximately 116 of us that have had tickets from day one and still retain those tickets. So I'm one of those guys. I just have so many thoughts, but my mind is exploding with happiness. I used to, I was at the first game at the old arena. Then I used to sit in the old arena on the baseline right where Jeff Petrie would sit the end of the tunnel, watch the games. And we've come a long way. And I don't know if you caught Del Rogers on TV last night, but he actually looked up at the banner with the KCRI crew, and they saw a picture of Jeff Petrie, or his number retired in the arena. And they were talking about how great it is that we beat Portland to get into the playoffs, and Jeff Petrie's number was hanging there. And I just can't even, I'm just so like beyond happy. And I've never called your show, Dave, but today was the day to do it. And thank you for allowing us this opportunity to gloat and to express our joy.
I appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's funny. I don't know if you were able to see it, Jason, because you were facing us. I kept looking at that Jeff Petrie banner all night long. It was so weird. I mean, by the way, Jeff is still with us.
Correct.
But it was like he was there in spirit as well, looking down. Obviously, there's Sacramento ties to Portland. Rick Adelman, Jeff Petrie, both. There's more than that. Like just having that presence in the building. I absolutely noticed that number and that signature Jeff signature with that big curly G, the G off. And Jeff, he was definitely there last night.
For sure. A great night all the way around.
Do we have more? Do we have time for one more?
We have time for one more. Let's go to John. John, what's up?
Hey, guys. I'm down in Houston, Texas. I just want to tell you a quick story of my connection to the Kings. I grew up on a farm outside of Cincinnati. My dad went to high school with Jerry Lucas. My uncle talks to Jerry Lucas once a week. They were that close of friends. I have followed the Kings from Ohio to Kansas City to St. Louis and out to Sacramento. I'm so happy for you guys out there. My voice is so tired because I was up till midnight, past midnight, couldn't sleep after the win last night. And I have watched and followed the Kings through Sactown Sports.com and the Kings Herald and every other source I could follow. There is a whole diaspora of Kings fans all over the United States, some with connections back to Ohio that I've renewed over the 16 years of following them through different sources. I can't thank Monty and that Kings organization enough. And one point that I noticed watching the game last night on TV with Gary playing on the radio in the background was that second row of assistant coaches and how happy they were. Those people that do that daily work with the players to get them ready to play and watching the smiles on their face, man, what a great shot that was. And it just helps make the careers for all those assistant coaches sitting on the second row there behind Mike and all the players. What a great day for all you guys. Can't say enough how much fun today is. So that's my connection to the Kings. I'll be a lifelong member. Got to get a championship here in the next decade or so somehow. So thanks a lot for all the coverage.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
What a perfect way to end the show.
Yeah.
So many wonderful calls, and that's it. That's a great capper right there. We got a lot of thank yous to go out. Dave Amick, Lisa Gonzalez, Christina Werner, Mark Jones.
The mayor,
Daryl Steinberg. And really, and no disrespect to any of them, but you, all of you in the comments, when we get done here, we're going to be recording some interviews, but I'm going home and I'm looking at the YouTube and I'm going to go back and look through every single comment. I want to look at the text messages. I love this. This is one of those days, Jason, where I think you'd agree. It's a lot of work. We had some tech difficulties, but I do this for free.
Yeah, we made the most of it. I mean, and it kind of, like we said, it fit the day. It fit what happened last night. And Dave, what's so exciting is there's more good stuff ahead.
That's very true. We're going to talk to Keegan Murray today, Harrison Barnes today. We're going to talk to Kevin Herter today. We're going to try to hit up a couple of coaches. We got a fun free show for you tomorrow. And by the way, Jay Marr's back in studio. Thank you so much. Fantastic job. Shout out to Jiffy Lube, Matt Graham, everybody over there for always taking care of us. So for all of those folks, Chris Watkins takes the baton next, and I'll bet you he's going to have himself quite the bang-up show as well.
He got a guest with him today. We got a co for 4 hours.
Drapes is. Oh my God.
Yeah, Drapes is in today.
Well, you think this show was decent?
And they have the G-Man coming in.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
Wow, I was going to say coming in.
Well,
Wow.
no, he's here.
Okay, well, you're going to want to stay tuned. We've got you covered all day long. Thank you so much for Jason Ross. I'm Carmichael Dave. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Bye now.
It's been 17 years.
17 years.
Back to the hoop, lays it up, around, and in.